What is cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone Live for a watch along. Let me turn this down just a little bit too loud, a little bit too hype if we're going to get in here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We are here for the, obviously, it's the Cincinnati Bengals versus the LA Rams. This is what we're doing, right? We're here for the preview show to talk about everything going on in the big game tonight. No, of course, that's not what we're here for. Obviously, I might be there for a little bit later today, but we got another big game to talk about today, and that is the match and the showdown for Juventus Atalanta. One thing that I'll say going into this is, I'll be honest, I'm going to disagree, one, with the coach, and two, I'm going to disagree maybe with my my co-hosts that we have here on the channel as well, with some of their takes and what I think this, obviously what this match means to Juventus, but not only that, also what's up, Stephanie? What's up, homie Juve? What's up, Andrew Finnan? Yeah, this is actually this is my my intro music. It gets me hype, especially we're about to go into a game. I feel like it's a little bit of fun. Plus, it's also not copywritten, so we can play it on here. Anyway, basically, this is a big time match for Juventus. Let me go and fade this down a little bit more because it's a little bit too, probably a little bit too loud at this point. What's up, Davide? I think at this point, I took a little bit. I don't want to say offense, but I took a little bit, I was a little perturbed, if you will, with some of what Allegri was saying. And I understand there's a lot of coach speak that goes along with it. There's a lot of, I guess you're trying to set the table, make it a little bit more relaxed of an atmosphere going into a big matchup, going against Atalanta. And you want to put the pressure on the other guys, right? You want to take the pressure off of your players. And this is also something that obviously my co-hosts have said, but at the same time, I think the thing that perturbed me was the fact that Allegri said that this match is important, but not decisive. And I'm going to vehemently disagree with that. Hopefully this lighting is not going to bother your all's eyesight or whatever. I don't know. See, you have one TV over here, and I have another one over here, but I want to try to keep, you know, a couple things going on so I can see everything. The Vits, you're banned. Just kidding. I appreciate it. Anyway, when it comes to Juventus in this match today, I think it's imperative that the team gets this victory today and that they lock it up. Because if they don't, it's going to be an uphill battle. But I think at the same time, and I say this trying to avoid the homerism and sounding too much like, I'll be honest, I think I may sound like a jack bleep if I get too, it's fino alla fine, I believe in all that, I mean, which I do, but at the same time, there's that homerism fan that's just not me, that's not what I do. But also being a Juventus fan, you expect more from your club. You expect more from this team. I don't care how the season started. I don't care that you dropped, 12 points early on or whatever have you. I think this is a match that Juventus need to go out there and they need to get this victory, especially against I was about to say Roma. I was reading Homie Juve saying as I was doing this. An Atalanta side that's kind of been sliding here recently. 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 victory in the last 5. Yeah, they added Jeremy Boga from Sassuolo, but I still think Juventus should go out there and handle business. But that's also that'll be the first time they've handled business against a quote unquote top 4 squad. And I understand Juventus is in that 4th place right now, but when it's competition, Juve and Atalanta, for all intents and purposes, especially because they have a game in hand, are either tied or you can say Juve are behind them. So this is their time to capitalize, really submitting themselves ahead of Atalanta. Right now, they are doing the, for me, okay, yeah, I want to make sure I set this up correctly, so I'm going to be quiet a little bit because I think the match is about to start here in just a sec, but I want to try to put a timer up so that way you guys can see where I am. But the problem is the timer app and the way it works, it's a little bit funky, so we'll see how it does, but I'm going to hit it, and as soon as I hit it, I just have to hope and pray that the Lord does his thing and it works for you guys. Hopefully we don't have too many things running on my end that'll stall it out or give any issues right there. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and hanging out for this live watch along. Hopefully we can hang out and really enjoy a victory. And like I said, to me, there's 2 big games today, and hopefully both of my squads pull out the win. Yeah, right now they're showing the lineup. Boga, Muriel, Coot Miners. I don't know why I'm reading names. I'm just gonna ruin them. When Zappacosta. Obviously they're without Zapata, so that's that's a kind of a bonus for us. And then here's my biggest issue. Obviously, the Juventus side's going up for me on my stream. And obviously, you got Danilo, De Ligt, Bonucci, De Sciglio. I'm fine with that line. But the midfield, I don't understand. Let me know if you agree with me. I just don't understand. Or if somebody can give me a reasoning. Why is Zakaria not starting today? I didn't understand last week when I wanted to see Locatelli and Zakaria play together. And then, of course, Massimiliano Allegri. I don't know if he thinks, for some reason, the way he's utilizing this, if he thinks that maybe he can only play them separate for now, which doesn't make any sense to me. You're two better midfielders, and I don't care if you need a substitute or not. Okay, just a sec. Here we go. Let's set up the stopwatch. Here we go. All right. I'm trying to time this right so we're accurate with what I got. And I know you guys might be ahead of me. Okay, there we go. And it starts. All right. Yeah, right now it looks like we are all lined up with the stopwatch. It looks like it's working out well. So hopefully that'll be the case throughout this. And that way you guys can see where I am in the match and why maybe I haven't either celebrated or been frustrated with it like that. Let's see. Davide said, I'm guessing 4-3-1-2. Yeah, very well could be how they utilize it. Also, saying Zakaria may have a knock. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess they act like it was precautions last match when they pulled him, but I also just didn't understand. He seemed pretty healthy to me, so we'll see. Hopefully he gets some playing time. To me, it just worries me because okay, it's not a great start. To me, he hasn't visibly been the best, or he has visibly been the best midfielder that we have out there right now. All right. Danilo's about to throw it in for me. Let me make sure I get all this tweeted out and everything I need to do real quick. And we'll continue on. But I am excited to see more and more of Dybala and Morata and Vlahovic side by side playing once again. But yeah, wait, I just realized, of course, I put up the stream and I put up the timer, but of course I'm going to be behind you guys, just because that's the way, obviously the streams work. I think it's like, I have it pulled up in front of me. It's about 14 seconds off, it looks like, from what I have right here in front of me. Can we just get the ball in? Can we... All right. The Shilio's running up. Okay, Morata's making a run on the left. And Morata, yeah, okay, nothing. That's about where we start right now. Yes, I guess this is, okay. Look at, okay. Dybala, okay, McKinney makes a pass to, looks like Danilo, and Danilo shanks it. That's where we're starting right now. Yeah, I guess you could say it is. Let me see, if I'm able to get people's chats up here. Like I said, Stephanie, everybody else in here. If you guys haven't already, please like the stream, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. If you're not already a member of the channel and doing all that as well. Also, guys, reach out to me if for some reason you haven't, I don't know, if you feel like you haven't been added, or one reason, like if you don't have Twitter and you haven't been able to retweet and like the Vlahovic giveaway for the shirt, I want to make sure everybody. Oh, of course I'm talking during that shot by Vlahovic. Not thankfully, I wanted to go in, but obviously it's a shame I would have missed that. Whew. It's off his fingertips, yeah. Dax, is this a serious question? You're asking about the, and I also don't fully understand. I mean, I understand the rules. When you work in radio and stuff like that, you're not allowed to say it. I don't fully understand YouTube and what they believe, agree, whatever, yada, yada, all that nonsense. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say it if I'm not supposed to say it. So I'm not going to say exactly, but what did the Stephen Colbert call it? The superb owl. Whenever that gets played, do you really not know what that is? Okay. Basically, I mean, it's the NFL. Do you know what the National Football League, American Football League, Dax, I feel like you got to be joking. I feel like there's no way that you're on the internet and you've never heard of this. I mean, I've also been kind of shocked, though. I'm not trying to be ugly American and be like, you don't know about American football, because that's just not how I usually operate. But at the same time, the one thing that's honestly surprised me, and I know Alejandro, he definitely, when he on the channel with us, he is maybe a little bit more in tune overall with sports in general than maybe some people. Okay, I see, Dax. Yeah, it's American rugby. That's basically, we'll just call it American rugby. Bengals gonna win today. I don't know. Actually, let me not kid myself right now. As a and I use the term Bengals fan, I want to say loosely, but it's not obviously Juventus, or it's not my other. Oh no! All right, he got in the box. Murata was working. Okay, got it over to Vlahovic. He gives it to Dybala. Back to Murata. We're at, okay, I don't need to tell you. You have the timer up there, so you know exactly where we are. Okay, Dybala works it around, and back to Locatelli, and now we're going to play footsie back and forth in the back of the field. My other TV looks like shut down on this one, so let me make sure I get this one back up and running. Is it? Okay, Stephanie says, wait, are you saying, are you saying that the NFL is very popular in Europe? Because that surprised me. Honest, yeah, the reason I'm behind 30 seconds, and you're probably just hearing this now, is because it's just the stream, the way streams work. Nothing works automatically, right? Obviously, we're watching the game, and the game is however many minutes behind, or however many seconds behind real life. And then you have me, who adds another 10, 14, whatever seconds on top of that. It is what it is. We'll do our best, but at least, hey, you get to have your reaction, your joy, and all that crap, and then you can see me. I don't know that I'll act like a. I don't want to say an idiot, but I won't. I don't know if I'm going to be the guy who is crazy when it comes to celebrating. If it's a big one at the end, yeah. If there's if they score within the first few minutes and it's just a regular goal, I'll be excited. But then I know what happens usually when it comes to Juventus and how that follows up. Let's see. All right. All right. Locatelli's got it right now for me. And okay, that's a good pass to Danilo, and it just missed Vlahovic over the head. All right. It's gonna be one of those days. Let's see. All right, I put up a poll at the beginning. Let's see what your guys' thoughts are. Okay, actually, Stephanie, if you could let me know, is it really that I mean, Stephanie, I think you're in New York, though, right? You guys got to let me know if you're actually in Europe, or if there's anybody who knows people in Europe. Is it that popular overall? I didn't know if the NFL was that widely watched or viewed in other countries outside of United States and Canada. All right. See, the one thing that really worries me, Texas Stadium is actually so ugly. Yeah, that's fair. I think the main thing that really worries me about the midfield is, like, every time I felt like Zakaria, and regardless of Atalanta's issues right now, they're still, to me, they're still a top 4 team, and anytime like that, you still have to, I think you have to bring your A squad. My one issue is I just worry about having McKinney out there and Rabiot being Rabiot and what he does. Yeah, obviously he brings in some decent play recently defensively, but when it comes to him actually getting the ball, handling it, and trying to create something or do anything with it, that's where I get worried, because I feel like every single time, and this is where Alejandro and I kind of disagree a lot too, because he felt like Alejandro had a great game, and I know a lot of people praised Alejandro. Rabiot had a great game. Yeah, Alejandro always has a great game. But Rabiot, they thought everyone was saying he had a pretty good game. Defensively, he was solid, but I just feel like every single time Juventus was trying to move the ball up the field or into that final third, it would get to him, and everything would stall. To me, and that's why I just feel like he is, I don't know, I feel like he's just, wait, what's happening here right now? Bonucci kicked it out of bounds. I didn't see what for. Is somebody injured? Is there something wrong with that ball? Or was that like the? I don't know. They got a new ball. So that's what they replaced it with. All right. But anyway, and then also when it comes to McKinney, I like Weston McKinney. I do. But my thing is unless, obviously we saw it a lot last game, he's attacking, but if he's not actually finishing and he's not actually finding, I don't want to say use a lame term, back of the net or anything like that, he's not really doing a lot actually in the middle of the field to actually move the ball downfield. It's usually, it gets to him in the end, and then he ends up, giving us a bad header or something like that. Okay. Morata goes down. I think it looks all right. Okay, Dax is saying in the UK no one talks about that. Only I don't know. I don't know if I can say it or not. So I'm just gonna play it safe and not say the term. But yeah, they don't know about the bull. They only know about it because of social media. I mean, that might be the case. I mean, that's fine. I think probably to be American guy or whatever, to be, I don't want to say ugly American, but similarly to how I guess maybe a lot of Americans view the Champions League. For being honest, like, I know what the Champions League obviously is, but your everyday American who, whatever, red-blooded, steak and potatoes, whatever. No, I saw Davide coming out. What does it say about it being a 4-hour commercial for pickup trucks and crap beer, American beer? Actually, Davide, I'm here. I mean, I'm doing this for you. I just want you to know there's some rumors that there's some pretty big commercials coming out. The trailers for and stuff that you love, Davide. The Marvel shows. I think a Marvel movie or two. I think it's the Doctor Strange one. And I think we're also getting a trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff for Star Wars. So it's pretty hype. It's what I'm saying. Let's see. Yeah, the way we're playing, Allegri told them 1 point is that. Yeah, and that's what worries me. And I do agree with Alejandro about that. I am really frustrated with the way that Allegri approaches these kind of games. They're always playing, like I said, they're always playing this, park the bus even before we score anything. What's McKinney doing here? A little bit in the box. Oh, Vlahovic just wide left. All right. That was an opportunity. I don't know exactly what he's. Let's see. I don't know if Vlahovic is saying that he was fouled there. Let's see. Okay, there's McKinney. Yeah, I didn't see anything. I don't know. Did y'all see anything with Vlahovic? He was complaining about something, but I didn't see any kind of foul on against him or anything like that. All right, but yeah, it does worry me. I am very worried. Okay, that's what I want to go to too. Our poll over here. We have, let's see, 30 votes in here so far. 53% of you think that it'll be a 2+ goal win for Juventus, and to me that's kind of surprising. I was thinking a 1 goal win, just knowing how Juventus plays, how Allegri really goes up against these matches. Yeah, Juventus have. When I say competitive, they've been competitive in matches against, especially during these rough patches where they play against, Inter, and then Napoli. Napoli was not the I'm trying to use the right term when I say Napoli's a similar situation to me that this Atalanta is, where you should go out there and beat them. But Napoli was even worse. They were missing like half their team, and they were playing with their C squad basically. I'm sorry, what? Okay, let me get through a couple of these chats because I want to get to. I don't know what Dax is saying. That one confused me. Davide said Rabiot stalled the play too often last game. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, and that's why I think he wasn't getting enough. Not that Rabiot doesn't get enough criticism regularly, but I feel like he deserved to be criticized in this circumstance because every single time he would just stop or he'd give it away. Come on, Dybala. Come on, Dybala. Just wide left. Wide left. Are you killing me? All right. That's about as animated as I get. We'll see. Maybe I can try to work up a little something, but I'm not that guy. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe I am that guy and I just don't realize it, right? All right, let's continue on. Stephanie said, didn't mean to say all Europe. Where I've been, there's a lot of NFL exposure, especially since they play a game or two over there. That's true. They have really been trying to reach out. I know they play games in Ireland. Even the NCAA colleges played in Ireland, and I think they played one in like Manchester, Old Trafford over there. I want to say they played a game there before. I can't remember where else. You'll have to let me know, Stephanie, what exactly what countries those were, because I didn't realize. I guess I just didn't realize. I guess I just thought, two separate continents. So I expected that they'd have a little bit more of a, I don't know. I just expected them, basically, they pay attention to calcio, European football, and they just kind of, the way I look at it is basically how Davide is. I expect them just to look down on everything American and just treat it like it's crap. Don't say it. You're welcome. I just wanted to let you know, Marvel. There's gonna be lots of Marvel commercials. I'll fill you in. I'll send it in the group chat tonight. Dex says the game is so boring. The fans are quiet. The atmosphere is just as bad. It's just a dead game. Yeah, it does start to feel that way now. 15 minutes in, and it feels a lot like it's going to be a park the bus kind of game. All right. Atalanta has it in the box. Delict, and I don't know who that was. Is that Rabiot? Yeah, that was Rabiot. Coming up with a stop, I guess. And I guess you could call it a stop in that circumstance. All right. The Juventus YouTube stream has taken everyone. Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Is there a YouTube stream? I didn't see. I don't even. I'll be honest. I don't know. I'm just hanging out watching a game. Just trying to enjoy it with you guys. Before this is my pregame before the game later. Is that what you guys are talking about? I have no idea. We'll see. We'll see. We'll try to keep this running at least through the first half and see how it goes. I don't. Like I said, I've never actually. I really don't get a lot of time to watch the other channels or anything like that anymore that I used to. Oh, McKinney came in with a freaking, trying to come in with a freaking bicycle kick or something. Not a bicycle kick, but a Mortal Kombat move. I don't know what exactly I was going with that. Yeah, it was the Liu Kang flying kick is what I saw. That's what it was. Guys, I appreciate it. Yeah, again, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I appreciate everybody that's here hanging out with us. We'll have some more coverage for y'all later after this game. I just think, to me, this was a big game. I really wanted to. Okay, here we go. Manazza's got to run over here now. Vlahovic 1-on-1. Oh, okay. Got it past his man, but couldn't get it past the keeper. So here we restart again. So it was a nice little flick by him there. It definitely was. For the people that are here, is anybody actually watching I hate it, sounds so dumb. The game tonight, obviously the Bengals versus the Rams. Anybody in here that's actually watching that, let me know in the chat right now, and who you're rooting for. And if you're not rooting for the Bengals, I'll block you immediately. All right. Atalanta. Ooh, okay. All right. Locatelli gives it right back to Atalanta inside their box now. Muriel's trying to make no. Dybala's helping up on defense and then gets them. Gets it back to them. All right. Honest, where are you again? I think you told me. Are you in Actually, you let me know again. I don't want to misguess and get myself in trouble. I can't remember, which makes sense. I mean, a lot of people, especially if you're not on American time, if you're in, I can't believe Alejandro says he's staying up for the game and watching that. Oh, come on. You got to finish that run, Vlahovic. Anyway, Alejandro said he's watching the game. Yes, Dax, you were asking me what it even was. So yeah, thanks. um, but anyway, I was gonna say, I think a lot of people, if you're not really in America, I mean, the game starts at what 6:30, so it's after midnight for most people, or dang near. Okay, yeah, Libya. Okay, yeah, I definitely was gonna guess wrong. So, so I'm glad you corrected me there. It did make me look like an idiot by letting me say that at least. Um, but anyway, I think a lot of people really. I have no clue. I couldn't do it. Like if whenever Juventus plays at like 6 a.m. my time, I I'd rather not. I'd rather not do those. So I'm really. Luckily, we haven't had a lot of those recently at all. Let's see. French girl says I am pulling for the Bengals. Huge LSU fan. Love Joe and Joe Mar. Yeah. Jamar Chase, and obviously, who doesn't love Joe Burrow? He's got swag, which is not something I'd ever say. And now I regret saying it on a live, a live format for people to hear me say the word swag as a 30 whatever year old man. Um, how's Demerol performed? I haven't watched a lot of Demerol for Atalanta really in a while. Has he performed pretty well for them, or has he been lackluster? I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that he hasn't been that great, or has he been injured? Um, y'all let me know because I'll be honest. Unless outside, I really watch mostly Inter, Milan, Napoli because I like to root against Napoli and Juve. If another game's on, I'll watch it, but I don't get a lot of Atalanta time whenever they're playing. Uh, Dolphins, really? Okay, Stephanie, you gotta let me know how did you become a Dolphins fan? Aren't you in New York? So you're not like a well. Obviously, I would. It was bad as normally as bad as it is for me being a Bengals fan. I would imagine that's how it is to being most Jets fans. But you at least got the Giants. So I think Julian's a Giants fan. So how'd you become a Dolphins fan? You gotta let me know. I don't think that was back in the '70s. I don't think you're alive then. I'm pretty sure you're younger than me. Dex says all I watch is football and basketball from time to time. Okay. I didn't realize you watch basketball. Is it NBA? I'm guessing. I would imagine you watch college basketball, any of that sort. So I'd imagine it'd be NBA. If so, what team do you watch, my guy? All right, here we go. Weston McKinney. I had no clue what he was trying to do there. Just literally gave it right to an Atalanta defender. Didn't even try. Okay, now we got Manata who ricochets it off the back of. I can't even see his number right now. It's so small. His head. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be one of those games. My uncle forces you to go to those games. Wait, so wait, do you go to the games in Miami? Because if you go to the games in Miami, that would be a blast. I'd have a. I mean, actually, I feel like there's also a reason, at least with the Miami Hurricanes, whenever Louisville plays them or anything like that, the stadium's empty because you live in Miami. Who wants to go to a game unless your team's really really good when you can go to South Beach and do all that stuff? But that's cool though. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun going to a Dolphin game. Maybe a different year. I don't know. Maybe not this year, but in the past probably. Muriel's complaining, so that's where we are. Juventus is thoroughly parking the bus. Nobody looks. I mean, the one thing I will say, and I guess I'll just spout off some takes while we're just sitting here waiting for something to happen. At least I am. I don't know where you guys are. I'm like 30 seconds behind you guys, or I will be 30 seconds behind once you end up seeing where I am right now. Okay. All right. We got a free kick that they did nothing with. What? And that's also one of the biggest difficulties of watching these games on the live stream is that I can't hear any of the sound. So whenever there's a call or something like that, I have no clue what was called or what happened at the same time. But anyway, one of the things that I want to get out there, one of my takes that I really wanted to say, is that basically, and I don't want to be, and I'm not trying to make this a Ronaldo thing, but it's, I mean, the comparisons, they have to be made a little bit when you add a player of Vlahovic's caliber. The first couple games that I've seen have excited me to what, and I don't want, again, like I said, I want to be as even keeled, and I don't want to, be drinking too much of the Kool-Aid right now. But at the same time, watching Vlahovic, watching him play, watching the effort that he brings, and maybe it's because he's younger, maybe it's the passion, I don't know what it is, but I've been really excited, and I feel like, obviously, how are you not going to get excited for the signing of a player like Dusan Vlahovic? But at the same time, I can't help but compare him. Because he's basically, he is Ronaldo's replacement, right? Like, he's the replacement that a Juventus really were aiming to try to bring in. Oh no, okay. Whew. I got a little nervous there. Who was that? Was that Darun? Yeah, that was Darun. I'm glad he flubbed that one. Otherwise, that one should have been. Yeah, that should have been a goal. That should have been an Atalanata goal. Juve got lucky there. We got saved right there. But, of course, how many times does Juve do the same thing? Anyway, what I was going to say, where was I? Oh, about the Ronaldo topic, about all that. As, obviously, his replacement, there's something that I really have been excited, or really a lot of positivity that I've really seen myself kind of buy into, was just, like, I'm watching him right now, and it's just the amount of effort, the amount of hustle, the amount of, what do you use, grinta, whatever you want to call it, that he's bringing to the pitch, that he's doing, that he is not expect. Okay, what do we got? Atalanta got back possession. Now they're working it around. Delict, I think, is gonna. Yeah, Delict's gonna clear it for Juve. Anyway, one of the things I'm gonna get through this thought. I'm gonna see you, Dax. No problem. Thanks for being here, my man. I think one of my main issues, or one of my main problems with Ronaldo overall, was just, I felt like, especially the last 2 years of him being at Juventus, and it very well may just be that he didn't want to be here, so he wasn't going to bring that same level of effort out there. But I'm seeing everything that I expected from. And I'm not trying to say Dusan Vlahovic is somebody I expect to be, the next GOAT, or the next Messi level, or Ronaldo level, or whatever level, even Neymar right now. I don't know. It's too early to say that. But I'm so thankful whenever I see a player who plays with the amount of energy and hustle, and who tries to literally, by one thing that and this sounds like a lot, and this may sound ridiculous, but when Ronaldo's playing out there, the one thing that I wanted to see from Cristiano Ronaldo was, okay, there you go. That was good defense by Rabiot, and then, well, that was on Dusan Vlahovic actually trying to pass to Morata, but missed and gave it right to I think only that was Muriel, who ended up taking that away. Anyway, one of the things that I criticized him most for, and that I was most frustrated by, was just the fact that he, every single time, I expected him to try to will Juventus to a win. Does that make sense? Where I expect him to kind of put the team on his back. Like, you see the greats do it in their sports. You see, for people, I know Dax was here. He said he watched basketball. Michael Jordan. LeBron can do it if you like LeBron. Players like that. Tom Brady in the NFL, if we're talking NFL. Players like that put the teams on their back. And my problem with got a little bit dicey right there, I think, but not really anything too serious. Chesney, go ahead and, Chesney made the save there. I don't know what happened there. I guess they're calling. Oh, okay. Danilo for his takedown there. Was that a Boga? Okay, see, that's where I'm lost. Because they're doing replays. Now I don't know which one we're on because they go back and show things from however long ago. Anyway. Oh, sorry, I was reading your all's chat. But But anyway, that's one of the things that I'm most excited for is just seeing him and the amount of energy. And Vlahovic did. I mean, the last match, he completely put the team on his back and won that game. At the end, when everybody was basically done, just almost, I felt like everybody had resigned themselves to going to extra time and then penalty kicks against Sassuolo. And then there we go. Let me go through and get some of these. Clinical says, I've tried watching NFL, but I don't understand any of the rules. Basically, I mean, I feel like that's how a lot of people, that's how maybe when I was younger and a lot of people here locally that are American football fans, that's why they probably struggle with European football. Overall, a lot of them, they don't understand the offside rule. They don't understand, the different, okay, he just skied that one on the free kick. Muriel did. So we're about to enter the we're in the 30th minute of play right now, and nobody's doing much of anything. So that's where we are. That's the excitement that probably Juventus' most important game that they're going to have until April, I think, if we're being honest. There's Champions League. Those are obviously very important, but top four is the most important. Okay, let's go. All right, we got we got a Rabiot run. Never mind. And he holds up the ball. There he goes. He holds it up right there when Vlahovic is already downfield a little bit. I don't know if he was offside by any means. Yeah. Header off Vlahovic, saved easily by the goalkeeper. All right, well, it is what it is. They're trying. They're trying. Let me see if I can see this real quick. Okay, they didn't replay. I was really hoping they're going to replay that run by Rabiot because when he held it up like he did, that frustrated me. And oh no, okay, okay. Y'all let me know right there. Obviously, Szczesny came out of the box. Muriel was making, I believe it was Muriel, right? He was making a run. His shot, I believe, was wide off target. But, I mean, I understand why you're also going to save that. I kind of think, was that Bonucci or was that Locatelli? There's Locatelli. Where's Bonucci? Is Bonucci the one who made that save? Whoever did, I felt like they maybe should have let it go, but it's hard to tell if it was going to be too wide or not on that attempt. Anyway, a lot of people that are Americans and try to watch European football, I think it's the same thing where they have different little issues. Basically, I mean, am I going to go through I'm going to go through the basic things. We'll see how many people don't care and don't watch it while I'm talking about this. But when it comes to American football, it's basically you line up on offense or defense. Or, your offense or your defense are two separate groups. It's not just, it's not one group that plays continuously. Offense and defense line up. If you go on an offense, you got a quarterback, you got running backs, you got tight end, you got offensive line. I was a lineman. I'm a bigger guy. We play the line. You try to stop people from getting through to your quarterback and sacking your quarterback, tackling. Basically, you're trying to either pass or run the ball down the field to end up getting to the full 100 yards and for a score. I mean, that's basically what it is. There's little bits of intricacies, but basically you can sit down and watch big dudes try to stop little dudes, try to make a gap, and little dudes try to run. There it is. Or little dudes try to, or the quarterback tries to pass, not little guys, but I'm just saying not linemen or whatever, but or people like that. All right, we got a corner kick and I guess they call it a foul on Atalanata. All right. Anyway, and then on defense, you run up. You got you got linebackers. You got your defensive linemen. You got your safeties, your quarterbacks, whatever. You're trying to stop them, and you get. There are 4 downs. You get 4 downs total. First down, you try to do it. If you have a coach like mine, he always runs on second down, which to me is the dumbest thing I've ever seen anybody do. If you ever run it on second and long, you're a dumbass. I'll say that if you play football. And then third down is basically your last chance to try to get another first down. 10 yards. I know this is not a really clean explanation, but it's pretty simple. Watch the game. There's a yellow line. You're trying to get past that yellow line. You get 4 tries to get past that yellow line. If you don't, you turn it over or you punt it on the 4th try. Punt it means you're basically kicking it away to the other team. Is that explained it easy enough? Does that make sense to anybody? Or was that a terrible job trying to do that? Let's see. he's doing so poor in Manchester too. I think it was best for most part. I one thing I'll say, I think with me and how when we first came on the channel and started, I think I was a bit harsher, or we were a bit harsher than a lot of other channels or a lot of other people were, mainly because I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of politicking when Ronaldo plays for your club. Because, I mean, if we want to play the game, and that's what what we maybe should have, not maybe should have done. I didn't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. That's not who I am. It's against the person that I am, to be fake by any means. But a lot of people like to play the game of basically you suck up to Ronaldo and you suck up to his fanboys, and you make them happy. And then you get a bunch of people watching your stuff, tuning in, liking, whatever, all that stuff. If you don't do that, though, or if you criticize him at all, you get hit with an onslaught of negativity, attacks, crazy comments, stuff like that. Pick your poison, I guess. Which one you'd rather do? It's beneficial for a little bit, but then once things go a little bit awry when it comes to your squad and him, you see what happened, right? But then it made me feel it made me feel vindicated though, from the criticism. Like I said, I criticized him regularly about I feel like he didn't put in enough effort. I mean, he's a physical specimen. Nobody can argue that he's one of the best to ever play the game. I don't know if his age is catching up to him, where maybe he doesn't, or he feels like he's done enough where he can take off plays. He can take off defensively, basically, is what I mean. I don't know. I guess he just expects people to give him the ball, and try and just to let him score and just do the scoring, let him do the free kicks that he's terrible at, and let him do the penalties, of which he's missed a lot lately. And I'm not trying to. And right now, it just sounds like I'm ragging on Ronaldo, and that's not what I mean to do. But at the same time, it's obviously there's some issues going on there. There's definitely some issues at Manchester United, and it doesn't seem the chemistry is working out well at all for him, and I don't see it being a successful venture overall for both sides. Right. Let's see. Davide said the basics of football are complicated. You should be able to pick them up watching intro to NFL video. I mean, honestly, I feel like you don't even need to do that. Like, I mean, yes, I know as a kid I was young and I played it and stuff like that, but like, you can just sit down and watch a game. Like, I'd watch a game with my dad, or my stepdad actually, and he, I feel like it's pretty simple. Like, you literally look. I remember, actually, this reminds me, I was in high school, and we, a bunch of friends went to a U of L game, Louisville game here in Louisville, which makes sense, right? We went to a game, and we got to the game, and the girl goes, where's the yellow line? I don't see it on the field. And we had to explain it to them that it's a digital line that they put out there, so that way you know on TV, but otherwise you have to look for the markers that are put down. But basically, like I said, 4 tries to get a first down. And then whenever you get to the red zone, those are your last 4 that you get. You score, you don't, you move on with your life. There's a Locatelli alcohol ad. I didn't see that, obviously, because I'm talking to you all more than or talking to myself. I guess I'm soliloquying to myself right now. Good build up, poor last pass the entire 30 minutes. Yeah, that's been a lot of what we've seen here recently. And I mean, we got about 10 minutes. 8 minutes for the half. I'd really like to see Juventus try to come up with something here to go up before the half. Otherwise, I don't know. I could see this inning in a 0-0 draw, which I think Alejandro will be correct in his prediction. Hopefully he's only right on one prediction today, because he also predicted that LA would win tonight. All right. Let's see. Edgar said, I am not surprised Zakaria is benched as his positioning is not yet up to scratch when we lose the ball. I mean, that's fair, but I feel like there's so many times that he's trying to win the ball back. He's physically imposing. I just think there's so many things that he brings to the table. Now Danilo gets a yellow card and will miss the next match. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he earned that one. yeah, he definitely earned that one. I don't know. I think Zakaria should be playing. That's my personal opinion. Okay. Dowdy said, Justin, do a watch along for these super, yeah, for the big game. Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't think being on a Juventus channel, that we get a lot of views for people. I mean, who knows? Maybe, but I doubt it. I mean, this is how many people that are here, but I think, like you all said, I think you said there's a Juventus are doing a live or something like that, watch along. So of course, people are going to go to that one first, which makes sense. But at the same time, I don't think a lot of people would tune in for a Calcio Juventus channel to watch that. But also, I'm actually going. We've got a Super Bowl party. Oh, I said it. Am I blocked? Did the NFL get me? Did they snipe me? We got a party tonight that we're going to. So I got to do that after this. Got to. Robert won. The first Robert says Szczesny is still a very bad goalkeeper. At least 2 years already. See, I understand your frustration. I mean, of course, I would take Donnarumma any second, any day, but I don't fully agree with you because, I mean, honestly, outside of the first 2 months of the season, I think he's played really well. I think he's been very, very good here lately. I think he's been, pretty topping up to form. So I can't really agree with you. I mean, Robert, if you're still in the chat, you let me know why you say that or why you feel that way. All right. Oh yeah, Danilo will miss the Turin Derby. Oh yeah, I forgot they're playing Torino, so it sucks. Clinical goes on to say, I pretty much get what you're saying. I think watching a game now will help me understand it. Yeah. I mean, heck, if you can watch the game tonight, Clinical, watch the game. That'll be as good of an intro as possible. Watching the biggest, I don't know. I mean, you'll have to let me know, and let me know if I'm blindsided by this. But it feels like, I mean, I've been told this, at least, growing up, you're told this. So, like, in America, I don't want to be biased by my Americanness. But a lot of people say that, obviously the game tonight, the big game, whatever you want to call it, the Superb Owl, all that is the biggest stage, the most viewed event or, whatever on TV in the world. That kind of surprises me because I thought that would be... I thought that would be maybe the Champions League final, but I guess it's not. I guess it's you would just think because, soccer, whatever, European football, whatever you want to call it, is the world sport. So I just expected it to be that. But for some reason, I guess it's just because all the branding, all the commercials, all the money that's poured into it, all the parties and all that people have, that maybe that's why this is a little bit more looked at. Heck, that's why one reason why Julian isn't here. I think he said they're having one of those tonight as well, which kind of surprised me. I know he's Canada, but still, Let's see. Edgar says Szczesny should be benched by Panine. I mean, Panine, I'll give him credit. He was good last match against Sassuolo. He had hella saves there in that match, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything for me to truly believe that Szczesny isn't earning his spot right now. It was too bad, a month and a half, 2 months bad that I got over. All right. Tech was left out to dry. He did what he could. I guess that you're talking about Ronaldo. Ronaldo fanboys are like, yeah. I mean, okay. French girl came in hot. This is a hot take. I feel like I'm just going to get myself in trouble. So I think I'll avoid any kind of political stuff. But I think you have a good point. Okay, and now Davide's doing Davide things. Okay, yeah. The Bengals are so bad they need a pity bar. I mean, normally I'd agree with you. I'll be honest. There's been plenty of times where I am not the best Bengals fan. Like, I think Juventus and then Louisville Sports are my teams. Those are my main ones that I do daily and I pay attention to. Bengals have been my team in the NFL. I don't. One thing besides, obviously, Juventus and all that, I'd say, quote unquote, that I tend to root for more underdog teams. I would think the Bengals definitely fall under that category. At least in my lifetime, I think the last time they were in the Super Bowl was, I just said it again, oh well, was 2 years. Okay. Another stop there by the keeper on a run by Vlahovic he was trying to make. McKinney's trying to win the ball back. It's the 43rd minute. And I don't know why I'm telling you that. I put the timer up for a reason. Oh, McKinney does get it. Rabiot flicks it to Dybala, who kicks it away to an Atlanta defender. so it is what it is. I think... Okay, and Atalanta got a run out right now. I believe that is Boga. He's got Muriel to his right, and he took a shot and did like shut it down. There you go. And that's why you need Matthias. Like, okay, were any of you all here? Okay, I remember the Bengal stuff is what you're saying. But were any of you all here the other day when Alejandro and Julian were having the conversation or the talk about all the people and their ideas or their beliefs about it being harder to replace? I think it was people were trying to sell that it's harder to replace Chiellini than it will be to replace De Ligt, which doesn't make sense because De Ligt is Chiellini's real replacement. I don't care. It's not Gotti. It's not. I'm sure Gotti's maybe he can be fine, but De Ligt is his replacement, not whatever. But I understand. To me, it just didn't make any sense to me. Oh, okay. And another good stop by De Ligt. De Ligt's on fire right now, defensively. So I got to give him credit there. Of course I do. I love me some De Ligt. Anyway, back to the Bengals and what we were saying about that. I think the Bengals, we've been as fans, as a fan base, Cincinnati, the city in general, has been struggling for a long time. Actually, it's been a solid-ish year for Cincinnati people. If you watch college football, they made it to the Cincinnati Bearcats, which are a rival of actually my Louisville Cardinals. Loosely, not the top rival, but they are a rival of them, and they made it to the playoff, the top four, the final four. In college football, they got blasted off the field by Alabama, but still, that's a huge accomplishment for them anyway. But it's been, besides that, it's been a long struggling. Otherwise, Cincinnati have the Reds. I know we have some people from Cincinnati that are subscribed to this channel. I don't know if any of them are here now, but they can tell you it's been a struggling city for a long time, and now it's good to see the Bengals finally maybe be able to bring a championship to them. I'll be honest. As a Bengals fan, I'm pessimistic about tonight. I think they're probably going to lose just because I have been a Bengals fan for too long. Edgar Zakaria will definitely be starting the game, but after his positioning improves. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. There's just so many things. Like, I feel like Allegri will come up with so many excuses of why, why he's not playing, and I just feel like it's okay. And that'll do it for the first half. Juventus Atalanta go into halftime as expected, tied 0-0, and Max Allegri is having his way. Playing a defensive struggle, I guess, overall, or just and I guess really more of it's an offensive attack struggle because they're struggling to get anything going. And I will say, I mean, I'm not gonna be furious. Oh yeah, I'll be pretty furious if we end up looking at this, and we come into the end of this game with 1 point. It's not good enough. Juventus have got to get their bleep together. I'm trying to avoid cussing because last time I did it, I came on here firing left and right, and then we got not demonetized, but the video, the actual video was demonetized for a short period of time. So I'm gonna try to take it easy on that overall. Anyway, Davide says Bengals have the coolest helmet they deserve. Award for Lisa's. It's a very good looking uniform. It's a weird way to say it, but overall, it's a solid one. It's about as unique as it gets. I think Memphis tried to copy it, but this is college. Memphis tried to copy it, but they use these ugly blue ones that are horrendous. Raffle says, one of my friends got into baseball because of how easy it is to win on betting. He always gets around €1,000 every baseball season. It is definitely more manageable of a gambling sport, obviously. I do not condone, or there are no gambling advice on this channel. We are not saying we are pro or anti gambling, whatever it is to cover my bases to keep me from getting in trouble, as it stands up. But yeah, baseball though, I would say if you're not American and you try to get into it, baseball is not one to watch. It's about as boring as this first half has been for Juventus. Obviously, a lot of negative things to say. One thing I will say is from the play I've seen so far, I'll give a lot of credit to De Ligt. He's playing a hell of a defensive match so far. Again, somebody give me your feel on Rabiot, because I feel like a lot of the time it was a poor first half overall. Yeah, Raffle brings it up, says it was a poor first half. Over Artist says it was a poor first half. It hasn't been good. And this is what I would think a lot of us were afraid that we were going to see today. I think a lot of us were frustrated, or I don't want to say terrified, but just worried that this is what Allegri likes to do in these big time matches. He tightens that sphincter up, right? He tightens it right up. I know I went right for the inappropriate, analogy, but that's what he does. He just plays a tight game, nervous to try to actually do anything, nervous to try to create anything. And then also I don't feel, to me, the midfield with Rabiot and McKennie and Locatelli doesn't make the most sense to me. I don't feel like McKennie and Rabiot really allow Locatelli to do anything special in that setup. And then also I feel like that's something Zakaria would help with. And what I really just wanted to see was, I want to see Zakaria, I want to see Locatelli, and I want to see McKennie together. I think that's a solid midfield unit, especially if you're going to play in a 4-3-3 or a 4-3-2-1 or whatever the hell you're going to play with, 1-2, whatever it is. Let's see. Stephanie says, well, you'd be replacing aging Chiellini than future Bonucci. Yeah. Guys that have joined us, I appreciate everybody for checking in with us during the halftime break. If you could, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here. Also, just a reminder right now, let me go ahead and let everybody know, if everybody's here, make sure you're signed up. Make sure you're by signing up, I mean you're retweeting and liking the post on Twitter about our giveaway for the Vlahovic shirt. We'll be giving that away on February 24th, 2022. I'll be doing that during a live here on the channel with our other hombres to give that out. Let's see, who was your all's best and worst performing player of the first half so far? Guys, let me know that in the chat. I think right now it's not Vlahovic, and I don't think Morata was that bad. Dybala wasn't, I don't know, to me it's, and I feel like it's such an, okay, let me see, I'm watching this replay right now to see what happened here. Yeah, to me that didn't really, I mean, okay, was that save that good of a save, or was it, yeah, that was, that didn't make sense to me. I feel like in that moment, if you guys are watching the replay, I'm behind, I guess, from you guys if you're watching it at the half. But in that moment when Muriel takes that shot, I think it was no way near going into goal. And I understand you want to clear it, but at the same time, I feel like Juventus could have saved possession there. Instead, they give the ball right back to Atalanta by doing that. Let's see. Poirier says, "Hey, what's up?" Hey, what's up? Roberto Hicks says, Rabiot made a miscontrol in the middle, contributing to Danilo yellow card. Yeah, I think I looked away right at that moment just to see Danilo get the card. I didn't see what led to it. But then also there was a moment where Juventus were attacking. Rabiot had Vlahovic on the right. And then all I'm seeing is, actually, it's a zoomed-in camera when they did it. It wasn't even the full field, so it was just right on Rabiot. So what happens when you see Rabiot? You see Rabiot literally stop. Just stop with the ball. Let everybody else catch up. Let all the defensive players come and catch up to him, and then he ends up killing the drive right there. Sorry, I use drive. I still use a lot of American football terms. I apologize for it. Let me. All right. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna throw this in here right now. Let me throw in a little poll and see if we can throw a new one in. In poll. So we got that poll ended. All right. I'm gonna make a new poll now. Okay. I don't know why it's all capital letters. Okay. Who was your worst player of the half? So your first option, throw some options of who you all don't like. Rabiot. I'm gonna throw McKinney in there. I'm gonna throw. I've seen people complaining about him today, so I'm gonna throw him in there. And then, let's see. Okay. All right. I'm going to throw out this poll right now for you guys. All right. Who was your worst player of the match? If it was other, you let me know in the comments or in the chat. Write that in right there. Okay. Let me get back to these comments. What's up, Burbs? Sorry, my dog's walking over here causing problems. All right, Zenith says, McKinney's passing is something truly special. Never I have seen a professional footballer that misplaces them more. Yeah, it's been his passing and then just his he's been off the last couple games with his passing and then also just his accuracy or his I'm trying to think what's the exact word I'm trying to use. His finishing. His finishing has been really bad the last couple matches. Let's see. Is it Dennis or is it Denny? Like Denny Zakaria. Is this Zakaria who's commenting this, letting us know that his thought is that Rabiot's trash and that he needs to be playing during this match? Let me know. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not trying to just call him trash and say whatever about. I'm not trying to go too hard on Rabiot. He had a fine game last time he played. And I say that loosely compared to most other players. But personally, my personal opinion is that I don't need to see Rabiot. I don't need to see him out there. Bentancur was that one. Bentancur's gone now. He and Rabiot basically are tied in that for me. If you have Weston McKennie, and I understand you also only have so many midfielders, so yeah, every once in a while they're going to need to rest. But if you have a match like this is a must-win situation for Juventus. Coming in here, playing against Atalanata, a team that is on the verge. I mean, they're practically top four because they're a game in hand. They're right there with you. If you end up losing this match, dropping points in this match, you hurt yourself, but also the possibilities for the rest of the season. And I know a lot of people are going to, like I said, my co-hosts included, don't believe in potentially competing for the Scudetto this season. I don't agree with that. I think there's an opportunity for Juventus here to really dig in, and Inter, Napoli, and then Milan. Usually, I'm pretty confident Milan will end up doing something to open up opportunities for Juventus to claw their way back in. Heck, it's coming quicker and quicker. If Juventus can end up scoring and end up winning today, what does that put? That puts Juventus back 6 points from Inter, I think. I don't have it in front of me. I could pull it up, but I want to say it's something like 6 points. Was it whatever it is? What is Milan now, though? I don't know what the differential from there is. I think Milan, maybe it's 8 points from Milan then. But otherwise, that gap is closing pretty quickly, and some things can happen. Juventus have a pretty easy next 2 months. I know I know a lot of the competitions are happening right now. Today was this weekend was a big weekend. Let's see, Juventus had 7 total attempts. Atalanta had 10. 3 on target for Juventus. Yeah, it's not going to get it done. Anyway, I don't know. I personally still think it's possible. I think Juventus can end up potentially competing for the Scudetto by the end. Anyway, that's why I'll leave it at that for now. Ho UA says, what a first half by Bonucci and De Ligt. Yeah, it was solid by both of them. Thank God for a defense right now. Really. Poya says, good to see you, Justin. Thank you, my friend. Rabiot and McKinney are way too eager. A ball holder like Arthur would do us good. I'd say that I'd argue that Rabiot holds it enough. But at the same time, yeah, I'd rather be playing Arthur and Zakaria right now. If Zakaria has a knock, he has a knock, and it is what it is. But we'll see if he ends up getting in. Tony says, I think we miss Cuadrado running that right side behind the defenders potentially. And Cuadrado did not have a good game against us. Well, he struggled a lot. He didn't do anything to really create for Juventus, and that's really the one reason you bring Cuadrado in. That's what he's supposed to do, and he didn't do it at all last game. So I don't know if there's another reason why he's not playing right now. Well, I guess there's plenty of reasons why, especially if you look at the makeup right now. You actually, instead of using him in the front, you're using, Vlahovic, Dybala, and Morata as well. Oh, sorry. Andrew Fitting said, put in Zakaria and Archer. I'd be down for it. I'd like to see for who. Are you saying for Weston McKennie and for obviously Rabiot in that situation? I'd be fine with that. I'd be open to see how they would compete. And all I want, Allegri, if you can hear me, if you've been to somebody at Juventus, send this to him. Just give me like 10 minutes of Zakaria and Locatelli playing together side by side. That's all I want. I just want to see how it works. That's all I need. I'm just begging you. Guys, if you can, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in, as always. Let's see. Next up, Homie US says, worst was Rabiot, and I apologize if you hear it. My toddler is awake from his nap, it appears, and is raising havoc upstairs. Or just having fun. Homie US says, worst was Rabiot, McKennie, Szczesny, and Danilo for giving a dangerous free kick. Yeah, Szczesny, I didn't really understand him coming out that far, that early. That made no sense to me. Danilo, I'll give him a little bit of a pass there. Rabiot, McKinney's just frustrating. Rabiot, just to me, let's move on for now. And I apologize, my friend. I cannot read this writing. If there's an easier way to say it in English, please let me know, so that way, because I know your name. I've seen your name. I've seen you comment in here plenty. I know you're a regular. Give me something that I can pronounce. Is there a way you can write it out in English, just so I can do you the respect of saying your name? I believe we will see Juve's second half. Maybe the substitutions, we will start to actually play a good game for Juve. My question is, does he make a halftime substitution? Similar to my frustration with Pirlo last season, Allegri doesn't seem too intent on doing halftime substitutions unless somebody's injured, at least lately. I think I would like to see it be done. I would like to see you have, like I said, I don't need to keep repeating myself, Zakaria, Archer, one of those two come in, at least one. At least poor Rabiot. Just do that for me. McKennie, I'd probably say take him out as well. But at least one of those, and maybe do something there. Otherwise, I just don't want us to get to the 70th minute. If I can get it out, my brain and my tongue are not functioning together. I just don't want to wait till the 70th minute and then try to do it, and then try to inject something. That's not going to do it for me. 16, 17 Dybala. We'll just give Dybala a little bit. Give him a minute. They're working on it. Does Juve come to the CL? I'd say don't lose today. Does Juve come to the Champions League? I mean, they're gonna play. They have a match against Villarreal coming up soon. Explain that for me if you don't mind. I don't understand the question. Yeah, I mean, I think there's also, this is the difficult thing, though, about having strikers like this. So having a Vlahovic, having a Morata, and having a Dybala. I think a lot of them are very focused. I mean, heck, a lot of times here, it looks like Zakaria getting a little bit of warm-up. No, he's not. Yeah, he's not. Doesn't appear that he's going to be coming in at the half, so that's disappointing. Maybe we'll see if Archer or anybody else. Let me see if we get any update. I do not see any changes so far. But the problem is when you have three strikers like that, they're always still, even though Morata, you could argue, is more than comfortable not being the center of attention, being the guy that plays from behind a little bit and come up and be able to, he's the guy who I think a lot of people want a good way to describe it. He's a number 9 that needs a number 9 to be to thrive, if that makes sense. So we'll see. But otherwise, Dybala, Vlahovic, those guys are focused on scoring. So I don't fully blame Dybala in this situation. Tony Vlahovic needs to learn to be calm in front of the keeper. He has too many shots on target, but seems to be weak shots. He needs to improve on that. Yeah, there's been a lot of bounce, for lack of a better term, bouncy shots. The shots that were not really, don't have a lot of force behind them. A lot of cojones, if you will. All right, we're about to start with the second half. Let me turn on the. Okay, I am. Okay, I'm like a second off, so I apologize. I'm like a second off of what the actual time is, but there's the timer for the beginning of the second half of Juventus Atalanta. We'll see now that they switch sides if maybe they can get something going downhill this way. Let me continue to work through your all's chats, and then we will see what we get through here. I'm in front of. Bonucci is now very slow. De Ligt is already the best in the team in the future. I think a lot of Bonucci's a solid defender. I mean, you've seen what he did. Okay, we got Vlahovic running down the side, and yeah, he gets taken away by Demiral. Hopefully, he'll do us another favor like he did with Turkey against Italy. Maybe he can do an own goal here in a little bit. I don't know. I give Bonucci. I mean, you see when we haven't gotten it in a long time, right? We haven't gotten Chiellini and Bonucci in that pair up well. I think he does so well alongside Chiellini. So I'd like to see them, obviously, when Chiellini's healthy and good to go, maybe get a little bit more run together. But that's only when you need to really rest De Ligt, because if you want to keep De Ligt happy and want to keep him playing for Juventus in the black and white shirt, obviously you just got to play De Ligt every match. So you're not going to see it often, so maybe that's why Bonucci struggles. But otherwise, if Chiellini's out, who else are you going to play in that situation, right? Even though he's slower than he used to be. Roberto Hicks says a win today is very important. Oh, regardless, and that was a good, I think that was a good, was that saved by Szczesny? Let's see. Yep. Yeah, solid save by Szczesny. So I'm not going to be here for the Szczesny hate right now. I think he's doing all right. Okay, now we got a corner kick that is headed away by Bonucci, and I think Boga is going to go track it down now. Yeah, was that him? I might be wrong. I don't want to get myself in hot water. Sometimes it's hard. I have this TV. So the TV over here is a 65-inch 4K TV, which I probably should be watching, but then I'm oddly sitting like this the whole game, which I don't want to do. And then I have this one. It's the same games on both TVs. And this one's it's like a 32-inch, and it's only like, a normal 1080 or whatever the heck it is. Whatever, between 4K and whatever. It's like that one. So it's a little bit less clear and crisp for me while I'm watching this match. So I try to do a little bit of play-by-play to keep you up to date to where I am. But I'm doing my best. Anyway, I think Allegri will make some changes. Let's see. From what I'm seeing, nope, no changes were made, at least not in the midfield, which is where I care. So I think he kept it all the same, which is what we're stuck with. Okay, we've got Vlahovic, who sent it back to De Sciglio, I believe. De Sciglio to Rabiot. Oh, no, that's... Yeah, that was Morata. Sorry. See, again, like I said, TV's not as good. Right now, no changes. We'll see if anybody else comes in. Davide says Kyle warming up. He might get 38 seconds tonight. Yeah, they're going to put him into that final minute. Okay, Nikolai, are you in the member chat? Am I? Let me see. Nicolay. Oh, yeah, you are Nicolay. Sorry, I apologize. That makes it so much easier now that I know it. I know there's one guy who the name looked really cool. It's Spiros as well. So there's a lot of really cool names and pronunciations. So I will remember that now, my friend. I remember it, Nicolay, and I just got to make sure I remember that. But I appreciate it. Thank you for being a member and being a part of this channel and tuning in and hanging out with us today. Homie Avian says, I would like to see Zakaria Locatelli. That's exactly what we want. That's what I've been wanting. That's what I think a lot of people were talking about being the best move for Juventus. Dybala gets it. Yeah, taken away there. Right, not some poor passing over here, but it ends up getting to, well, it got toward Morata, but then it was out of bounds there. Yeah, that was Morata. Okay, now the defense is about to round it back up. Dowdy said that. I don't know what that means. Tony says, I think he means if Juve want to play Champions next season, they shouldn't lose tonight. That's fair. Yeah, absolutely. I think today it's a decisive match. If you get 1 point off of this, it's not good enough. You can still end up getting top four, but I think you've got to be able to compete for more. So, and I understand, like I said, I understand pessimism for what Juventus can do and get out of here in the, in the long run. But at the same time, I don't think that's what Juventus really should. Okay, Zappacosta's about to throw it in. And if he'll ever do it. All right. Now we're back to him. Okay, Dybala gets it. Dybala gets it in the box. Okay, to look at past Locatelli. I really should have gone to Locatelli there from the, yeah. That first touch, it should have gone to Locatelli. I didn't like that. And then Muriel's down. I guess they said there was a foul against him. Who'd they say fouled him? Oh, I guess Bonucci. I don't see a card or anything like that. All right. Okay. Okay. See home at Juve. I don't know if I'll still be here after the game, but I'm sure there'll be some content afterward anyway. Zenith throws in the curveball question. I guess while Juventus is napping, I guess we can ask some random questions. I gotta pet my dog real quick. There we go. Favorite Marvel movie? Overall, that's a good question. While we're watching this, what they're trying to do here. Okay, McKinney gets it, flips it back to Vlahovic. Vlahovic, too deep into. Wait, what? Oh no, that was Morata. I thought that. See, that's how bad this view is. I thought it was Vlahovic. What they call? What? I guess they were calling for a corner. Okay, I thought they were saying it was a handball for the way was it Dybala or somebody, or maybe they. I don't know. Y'all clear that up for me. Okay, favorite Marvel movie. Oh, personally, I think right now my favorite one has to be. That's a tough one. I'd say the one I almost always go to. Oh, I know what it is. Now it's got to be. I think it has to be the latest Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. Obviously, because I'm a big time what's it called, Tobey Maguire fan, and love those movies and everything else that he did. So definitely, yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. One sec, my wife's asking if she can come downstairs and get something. Zayden, what's yours? Do you have a favorite one? Davide, what's your favorite Marvel movie? Let me know that in the chat. Let's see what else we got here right now. God, this game's gonna kill me. This game's gonna put me to sleep. I don't know how you all are put to sleep after this one so far. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Um, gotta be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Yeah, I don't know. See, I think a lot of people have been. I don't want to say anti Guardians of the Galaxy. I think honestly, it's probably one of my favorite ones. I think the second one was my favorite. Something happened on my TV where there's a big blue box in the very middle of it. So we'll see what happens. But Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is fantastic. I think it was one of those that the first time I watched it, I didn't fully get it. Sorry, I just saw Davide. I didn't get it at first, but it definitely is. It definitely to me, after watching it a couple times, I realized like the kind of the genius to it. That's also the reason I like it, and I like the Marvel movies is they don't take themselves too seriously, and that's what bothers me sometimes so much about the not bothers me, but why I just don't get into the other ones. Yeah, that's frustrating. Come on, shoot the damn ball. Take a makes no sense. Dybala has it. Morata wouldn't take a shot. You have three strikers out there. None of them will take a freaking shot. Anyway, Davide, 4 months of membership. Thank you, Davide. I appreciate you being a member. Really do. Even though you just hate on me most of the time, being American and Marvel stuff says Batman. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just telling you right now. Yeah, Morata should have shot it, and then I was really hoping Dybala would figure out something to do there. But yes, thank you for being a member, Davide. Without you being here and doing what you do, we wouldn't be able to provide the content that we do. So I appreciate you being a part of what we have here. Anyway, even if you are a consummate hater. Zenit, yep, shoot the ball. It makes no sense to me. Okay, you got a corner kick, and there's Rob. I don't know what Rabio was trying to accomplish there. There we go. Okay. Now I fixed my screen, so now I can actually see something with this blue box in the middle. Oh, Robbie was trying to head it off. Did it hit his arm? Okay, sorry. Now we're just catching up. Now they're actually showing it. Did it hit his arm? Nope. They're not giving it to us? Are they even going to check VAR? Okay, Locatelli goes back out to Deschilio, I believe. Yeah. Alright, now Dybala's got it. McKinney a little bit past midfield now. Back to okay. And McKinney couldn't find his mark on another pass. Go figure. Go friggin' figure. All right. Yeah, Morata should have shot it. Completely agree. This proof. It literally is every single time Juventus play anybody, it becomes every team they go against, their goalkeeper becomes Buffon. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll be honest, that's one of the hardest parts. I think, obviously, the next watch along, I'd like to do it with either Alejandro or one of our members. If you guys want to join me as well, it would help because obviously, since I can't have the sound on here, I need a little bit more, I guess, background information given, or I need to figure out a way to run the sound through here as well. I need to do that so that way I can hear any kind of issue that they may be calling there on the play. Let's see, Vlahovic. Yeah, okay. It really makes no sense. I don't understand. I guess it's just and I hate to use this term. I think a couple of you brought it up. I think Stephanie and then Raffle said it. I don't like to use this term, but I think it kind of works in the situation, right? I hate it because locally, UK, University of Kentucky always says it. I think today's a perfect day to say it too. They always say that Juventus or whatever team is so-and-so's super bow. If I can't say it, so I don't get any kind of copyright problems or anything like that, even though I've said it twice today already. It basically always say that that's who that is, and it's just not true. Not that it's not true. It's not true when it comes to that team, but I'm starting to think of it as a Juventus fan and watching game after game after game of these ridiculous stops they keep making on Juventus shots or whatever you have. I just feel like that's the only explanation I can give of how these keepers look. They look like Buffon in his prime. All right, move by Dybala. Dybala's getting into the box. Back to McKinney. McKinney poorly passed. Yep. And Rabiot took a shot, and it was wide right. God, you got to finish that. If you're Rabiot, you got to be able to finish that one, right? Am I the only one that feels like there's no excuse for him to miss that? Let's see. Zenith, another one of our members, says Morata being a human bay played again. Spitting. Yeah. Morata's hurting my argument and my taking up for him lately of saying that we need to, if we can get him for cheap, about keeping Morata. Right now, I'd be open to making at least a substitution right now and see maybe if you can put in. What are you gonna put in? You can put in Kyle George, see if he does anything. I mean, I know there's a lot of you. I don't know if you guys that are here right now. I think we got a lot of our members, people like that tuning in right now. So I appreciate you guys. Let me know. Are you all on the train of the the ride the? Oh, that's a weird way to say it. Play the youth movement, not ride the youth. That's a weird way. Any kind of that kind of movement or that effort of that's who needs to be playing, because I personally just don't. I don't know. I don't know that I would trust Kyle George, who hasn't played much already, in a match like this, especially with 30 minutes left. And of course, I mean, okay, come the hell on. And I'm shocked. Yep, of course they did. Of course they blew the whistle there on Locatelli. At first I thought he got away with it, and then he kept walking, and then that's where this kills me. This kills me because I can't hear the whistle get blown. Thank you for the person who, let's see. Dennis or Denny, again, let me know how to pronounce it. This keeps going. We are scoring. I mean, it feels like you're wearing them down, but my problem is when you have to also hope that Juventus doesn't slip up and give up an easy goal, which they're known to do. That's how it always happens. I wish I had your positivity right now in this moment, especially watching them play like this. Well, all right. Boga's making a move down here. Again, I can't even see who has the ball right now. They're just holding it up a lot. Okay, now they took a shot. Szczesny makes the save. All right. 182 rule says, is Bernardeschi injured? He hasn't played a lot lately. He was coming back. He was recovering from something. I know he had trained a lot separately. I thought he should be fine, but maybe he still needs another week or so. But I thought he had recovered. I may be off on that, but I think he's either finishing the recovering process or he should be good to play soon. But I mean, no offense. What's Bernardeschi going to do? I mean, I understand the last couple of games when he actually did play, he had a decent little stretch. He had a little streak where he had created some opportunities and then scored that one goal. But especially when we're talking about renewal, I need to see a lot more of that from him. But also, how would you work? Where would you work Bernardeschi in? Would you keep him in the midfield like this? Would it work in a 4-3-3 I think they're lining up in a 4-3-3 today, right? Or a 4-3-1-2 or whatever, however they're utilizing it. All right. Okay, Atalanta's in the box. Okay. Yeah, just a bunch of just slop right now. It's just slop. That's the only way I can really say. Rabiot gets taken down from behind, and yeah, they called the foul on him there. All right. But yeah, I don't know exactly how I would even utilize Bernardeschi right now in this. Maybe just using him over using a player like Rabiot. Every game is live or die for Allegri. He can't take a chance on the youth at the moment unless we're like 2-0 against the low table team. No, I completely agree. I just wonder, and I think, obviously you get in front of a camera and you start talking about Juventus while they're doing nothing to excite you. We literally, I think we have the graphics for the score, and I'm hoping I'm able to change the score today. Hopefully in a positive setting for Juventus, not just changing it for Atalanta today. Okay. Kicking it back to, oh crap, that was dangerous. Szczesny back to, it's okay. We're just heading it around right now. Like there's no, okay. It's Jesus. Okay. That was close. Szczesny makes the stop on a deep shot. I don't know who took that. I didn't get to see who took that one. But Szczesny got a good stop there. And then Dybala got pulled from behind there. I think it was by Hadebor or whatever. To stop any forward momentum. Or was that Danilo? God, yeah, that was Danilo. Jesus, this TV's terrible. I need this TV to be here. I need it because every time when he's far out, it looks like it's Dybala. At least the number, the way it shows. All right, yeah, there's Danilo. There's McKinney. Back to Dybala. Now it actually is Dybala, and Dybala's held up, and they actually blew a whistle. There we go. All right, we have, 25 minutes left. To me, something needs to happen. Allegri's got to make a substitution, and I absolutely hate waiting to make a substitution until the 70th minute. If Allegri's really playing for, everything I'm seeing right now says Allegri's playing for 1 point, and it's infuriating. All right. Atalanata playing a little bit of keep away. All right, Boga's got it. And, yep, okay, there we go. That was close. All right. On a side note, Atalanta Stadium looks like it's really nice now after construction. Wait, who was it that was crappy on the stadium earlier? One of you all said the stadium looked like... Oh, I think it was Dax. Dax is hating on it. So I don't know. Either it's a really good stadium or it looks like absolute crap. I don't know. Pick a side. Ref does not like us today. How often do I feel like the refs really give Juventus good calls, to be honest? All right, we get another whistle, and Morata took a shot to the head from Demiral. Go figure. Let's see. I gotta see the replay on this. Yep. That's Demiral. That was our player. And Alejandro just tweeted out and brought up a good point. Demiral has 7,000 no yellow somehow. Yet Danilo did what he did, and I think he earned it, but he got a yellow card, yet they're not giving anything for Demiral and his constant fouling. Yep. Zenit, I don't understand that strategy. I don't know if that's I'm not a coach, so I'd have to ask Julian or somebody like that with a little bit more information. Oh, that was a terrible back flick from McKinney trying to get that back to Dybala. That was terribly done. I don't know if that's some rule of thinking or some that school of thinking or whatever I guess you want to say, where a lot of Pirlo did it last year. Allegri does it, where they always wait to the 70th minute before making any substitutions. I feel like if you look this poor, especially in the midfield, okay, Morata is making a run inside the box, and okay, I guess we get a corner kick. So now we'll see if they can actually make something here with it. All right. Okay. Any day now. Stop showing replays. Let's get it moving. Guys, if you're here, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe. If you're new to the channel, our normal lives are probably a little bit more interesting than me solo doing a watch along, but I thought this was a big enough game that we should have something like this for it. Okay, Locatelli picks it up after a terrible corner kick. Or not terrible, but a terrible sequence of events. And, did Atalanta just give us another corner? Did they just gift that to us? Was it? Oh, somebody grab some screenshots of Allegri screaming, because I want to use that for our channel. Zena says, how is that we have so many players above 6 feet and never score off set pieces? It perplexes me. It makes no sense to me how you can have that many players that are that tall and not do anything. And there's another. Missed opportunity off of a corner. Got hit away. I don't know. Let's see what happened. Something happened with Bonucci. It looked like somebody hit him in the eye. That's the kind of great breakdown you get from me over here. Stephanie says we're going to win 1-0. Right now I'm at this point. You got give or take 20 minutes right now. Wait. Okay. Hey, Rabiot took a ill-advised shot. There we go. That's where we are. That's where we are. Rabiot took an ill-advised shot. Anybody surprised? Let me just throw that in there. I mean, I guess it wasn't as terrible as it looked, but yeah, okay, I guess it wasn't terrible, but yeah. I just don't like when Robbie shoots, period. He gets one a year. He gets one, and that wouldn't have been a banger, but he gets one banger a year, and that was not it. All right. Trying to move the ball backwards to move it forwards. Okay, Vlahovic has got it now. Why he took it that deep. He took it that deep. And I feel like he could have just shanked it. Just shanked it. Like, it made no sense. I don't know. I mean, it would have been a banger if he would have gotten it, but it was not even close. Not even close to being on target. All right. We're in the 20 minutes now. Maybe. Or are you being sarcastic with me right now? 20 minutes. Still no substitutions. Anybody warm me up? Anybody, has anybody seen Zakaria or anybody like that warm me up on the side? All right. We're just going to play keep away for a sec in the back. Allow it to get dangerous. All right, Vlahovic is tussling with somebody, and we can't get a whistle. Can't get a whistle at all. Can't buy one. All right, Danilo McKinney on Boga. Never mind, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to get myself in trouble. All right, Delict clears it. When it started to get dangerous. Vlahovic is making a run on Demiral. Demiral kicks it back to, I didn't say it was, Delict. Another kickback. Okay, McKinney passes it to Vlahovic. Vlahovic gets in there. Give it to Dybala. God, that was a terrible pass. What the absolute fuck are you doing? Excuse my language. Sorry, guys. What the hell was that? That was horrific. That was shit. That was absolute shit. So Vlahovic can shoot, but he can't pass. Like that should have been an easy give to Dybala to score. And I swear to God, if they, okay. Edgar says Vlahovic is playing a lousy manner. I hope it's just a bad day in the office and not a sign of mental weakness. You know what, Edgar? I think what we really need that we could use right now. You know what we need, right, Edgar? I'll let you comment it, but you haven't said it yet. But could use Icardi. Juventus could be using Icardi right now, right? Anyway, bad pass by Duzal. Yeah, it was terrible. That was a terrible pass. That was your scoring opportunity. That was it. That should have been. I want to say it should have been easy, but that should have been a given. You have Dybala open there. Vlahovic just has to make that pass. Or at least put a little bit more oomph on it, right? All right. 74 minutes in. Still nothing. And Dybala is able to save an Atalanta corner. Bonucci has it taken away, but then it's kicked out the back by Atalanta, so now it's going to be a goal kick for Juventus. We got here. Zena says, I can't wait till the Ukrainian Pandev with all the bull patches gone to score a banger against us. Oh, it's going to score? Yeah, probably. All right, okay. Atalanta on a run out. Delict is given a yellow card. I think that's a weak yellow card. That's a weak yellow. Yeah, Delict's given a yellow for that. Let me see the replay. That looked pretty weak to me, though. For grabbing his arm. I don't know. I think it was light. Edgar, yes, Icardi would have hit the back of the net by now. We should get Icardi on a 2-year loan to put pressure on Vlahovic. I don't think Vlahovic needs pressure. I mean, he showed up the first 2 games that he ever played wearing a Juventus shirt and scored within the first 14 minutes of the first game, and the last game saved the entire freaking thing in the last final minutes before going into extra time. Holy shit. Oh. What is that? Well, Atalanta scored to go up 1-0 in the 76th. That was terrible. That was terrible defending, though. Yeah. Right near the fingers of Chesney. Right near his freaking fingers. And yeah, you're right. Zenith called it. He said, Ukrainian pandemic again. He's always. I don't know about that, Edgar, but it's not looking good right now. If that was a yellow, Demerol deserves 4 of them. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. That was ridiculous that Delik got that. All right, you got 13 minutes for 2 goals. Hey, remember how earlier today when I was talking about going for the Scudetto by the end of this? Let's. I just want to say I think Alejandro and Julian, who've been pushing the Scudetto narrative, need to calm it down, and I think we need to realize that what Juventus needs to go for is top 4 right now. And they need to find a way just to get 1 point in this match and just score 1 goal. That was piss poor. All right. Is Allegri not even looking at doing a substitution? Yeah, he almost had it. He was right there. I didn't realize how close he was until seeing that. Oh yeah, now Di Moral's playing. Now Di Moral's trying to act like, yeah. That was a good block, though. I'll give him credit. That was actually a really good block. All right. So the change we make is taking out Bonucci and bringing in Cuadrado? That's the change. That's the change we make. No Zakaria. No, none of that. No. They might double it up. Okay. Dear Lord. All right. Yeah, now he makes a sub. 79th minute in the first substitution. That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm glad I'm doing the the other game tonight instead of the more of this stuff. I feel bad. I think Alejandro will be have you guys covered on the post game stuff covered today, and I am sure it's gonna be just pure venom. I'd imagine pure venom from Alejandro, knowing how he feels about Allegri, and he predicted this. He absolutely predicted that this would happen in this match. He predicted 0-0. To be honest, so we'll see if Allegri or somebody, Vlahovic, somebody can play hero right now. I think Zakaria would be somebody I would be bringing in soon. I don't understand unless and then McKinney can't get back to get Cuadrado and loses it out of bounds, of course. I don't know. I just think it was overall it was a piss poor performance by Juventus. Inexcusable. Guys, if you're here, please hit the like button at least, even though I know you don't love the game today. But at least while we're here hanging out doing this is ridiculous. Just frustrating. Frustrating that you come in there with this game plan, but you come in with that lineup. Inexcusable. Like I said, I think I literally said that tweet. Oh, that's what we're getting. That's what we needed. That's exactly what we need. Moise Kean for Weston McKennie. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of freaking sense. So you're playing like what? 4 quote unquote strikers right now? Is that what we're gonna do? I don't. The substitution pattern doesn't make any sense to me. Like, to me, first thing I would have done was, somebody let me know if he's hurt. If he's hurt and that's why he's not playing, somebody let me know. But Zakaria didn't get any kind of playing time right now. 9 minutes left in the match, at least from what I'm seeing right here, is where I am. You guys see on the clock where I have it. Then you pull Bonucci, who he and Delicta played fairly well today. To put in Cuadrado, who struggled last game. I want to hear what Allegri has to say. Okay, we got to move by Moise Kean to Dybala. Heavily defended right now. No shot. Yeah, right. Directly into the goalkeeper's arm. Sorry. Let's see what you guys are saying. Atalanta deserve it. Allegri did not react at all. Yeah, I mean, you make the move at halftime. You bring in those guys. There was no energy. There was no emotion. There was no passion. There's none of that. And they literally they don't pull anybody to try to, inject a little bit of that into them. I think one of those players could have done it. Obviously, I don't think, well, what the hell was that? I mean, whoever's crossing that into the box or trying to pass that in the box to Moise Kean, you haven't watched Moise Kean enough to know that he's not going to finish that. Or he wasn't, he let himself be heavily covered too. And, okay, almost had a chance at another goal by Atalanta. Basil Ishide, and I apologize if I totally butchered that, says typical Allegri will never change. Yeah, I mean, can't argue with you. Vlahovic's head drop. Allegri should have changed at the 50th minute. Yeah, 100% 50th minute. At least by the 60th. To me, I think once you got 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in. 55. The 55th minute. Once you got 10 minutes in and nothing was going, I think you make a change. So it's not like you really saw anything good in the first half. To me, it was just a lot of nothing. But, and, wow. Almost a chance there for another goal by Atalanta. Juventus there's no plan. We're back to late November. Early December, late November. Literally just talking about how Juventus had no plan. They roll the balls out there. Nobody's actually trying to do anything. They're literally just kicking it and see what sticks. It's ridiculous. Okay. Ryan Saliba, when there's Rabiot, there'll be something wrong. Yeah, that's the golden rule, right? Rabiot, it's just always gonna be something wrong. Stephanie says we had so many sitter chances. If we do not score, we can't get mad when Atalanta scores. No, I think at some point the defense did their part. Well, of course that wasn't, that was a deep ball, so it wasn't their fault at all. But and then of course Szczesny barely misses it off his fingertips. But at the same time, Juventus had opportunities, at least 1 or 2 goals, and they flubbed it. McKinney, horrible passes all night. Yeah, McKinney couldn't aim to save his freaking life on a pass. Full on attack. Yeah, full on attack, but then the attacking player you bring in is McKinney. Yeah, that makes me confident. Zeta says the players do have to take a lot of blame too. It's not Allegri's fault that they missed so many chances. No, I mean, I agree with you, but I think it's also the job of the coach to manage those players that are playing poorly, that are messing up those chances, to realize, hey, he's not getting it done tonight. Hey, this midfielder is not performing. Probably, I mean, I'm just going at Rabiot. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm just taking out my anger and frustration on Rabiot. So I don't need to use that as an opportunity just to hate on Rabiot, but at the same time, they ain't getting it done. Temporary pieces just came to say. I feel you. I'm right there with you. Yeah, 100% agree. Should have been up 1-0 Vlahovic pass the ball. Yep, just pass it, make that pass to Dybala, and you go up 1-0. Some of that momentum sticks in for Juventus, and then maybe you don't end up having this situation play out like that for Atalanta. Robert One said Juve did not win against the current top four of Serie A. Not a single game. Yeah, not a single one. I think what's your last opportunity now is just one more game against Inter, and that's what you got. Good luck. I mean, this was, like, to me, everything. Oh, is that what we're doing? I didn't even see that he was in. Okay. Vlahovic has got it. Terrible pass. Vlahovic gets it back by luck. Kicked away. And Artur's there. Quadrado. And they have no clue what they're doing. They're just struggling right now. That's all it is. Let's see. But yeah, not a single match. We can take my stupidity and just throw it right out the window. Throw that stupidity of me saying, let's focus on trying to win a Scudetto. Let's forget I said that. Can we watch this? Can we go ahead and just let me just go ahead and delete this live off the book so nobody has to see that and have to realize that I actually said that today. Zenith, not just that, Morata and Dybala could all score. Yeah, there were plenty of opportunities. Wasn't the best game from Vlahovic, but he's not the only one to blame. He at least had opportunities where he was putting in effort. Wait. Edgar said, we need midfielders badly. Icardi taxes competition for Vlahovic. I like Allegri, but he should have. You keep pushing that Icardi training. I think, if you ask me, I don't even think it's on a track right now. I think it's in a station somewhere, boarded up. But I don't think that's ever happened. But you keep pushing it. You write those letters to Arriva Bene and Cherubini and let me know what they say. The team is divided in 3 blocks, and there's absolutely no communication at all. No, not at all. That's why I wonder. I really want to know what Allegri does. Like, the last 2 games against lesser competition, obviously, playing against Sassuolo, and then playing with Hellas Verona, who, though they have been difficult for Juventus, they're still lesser competition, right? Which is sad, because this is a Atalanta who, I guess, we're their get-right game. I guess that's what you are, Juventus. You are Atalanta's get-right game. Atalanta coming off 2 losses and 2 draws in their last win against, what was it, Cagliari? I think it was Cagliari or someone like that. You're their get-right game. They're going to get 3 points off of Juventus today. And the season, while not effectively done, but the serious competition parts when it comes to actually even dreaming of a Scudetto, dead. Now... Could you try? Thank you, Siri. Thanks for hanging out and talking, Siri. Now, it makes it much more difficult to see Juventus. Not difficult, not impossible, but much more difficult to retain 4th place. And they also have a game in hand. This was Juventus' chance. They urinated down their leg, is all I can really say. I would rather have a 4-4-2 or 3-5-2 and keep control of midfield, because that 3-man midfield is not ready to be dominant. Not today's midfield. Not when you're playing, no offense, and I love Weston McKennie. Not when you're playing Locatelli, Weston McKennie, and Rabiot, no. Again, why could we not have gotten Locatelli and Zakaria. Is he injured? I'm sure we're going to come out and he's going to say something. And then the next thing you know, Zakaria will play the next game Juventus has. And then it'll just be, he was just so hurt. I don't know. I think, to me, I don't want to say your leg better be broken, but this game was a do or die game. And Juventus, effectively, to me, in my eyes, they died today. It's very dramatic, but that's how I feel for the season. And Morton, I understand what you're saying. I'll be honest, I hate 4-4-2. I never want to see it again. 3-5-2 is difficult, though, too, because when did Juventus ever play with the three-man defense, right? So I feel like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's why Allegri goes to a 4-4-2, because otherwise you can't really play with a 4. I mean, it's 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. I don't see a 3-5-2 really happening. Anyway, yeah, Ake came in before Akayo. And again, I've seen all the people with the Ake love, and today's not the day. Today's not the day for me to talk about that. YFG Jab says, I blame Allegri if we lose. Why didn't he play Zakaria? I want that question to be answered. I want somebody to ask, why is he out? I didn't see any reports. I don't know. I'd have to check right now. I don't have all my things up right now, so I don't have all the information to see if there was a report of him being injured or him missing for whatever reason. But if he's good to go and he's not playing, ridiculous. All right, Cuadrado come in for a final 2 minutes of the match chance. He puts it into Dybala. Cuadrado gets it in there, and I think we're looking at a. Did Juve get a corner? Okay, yeah, Juve got a corner. Dybala's about to take the corner. You guys are ahead of me as always. I mean, by the stream goes out, you guys are definitely ahead of me. Oh. Yeah, you smile, Allegri. I'm sorry. Like, if you wanted a celebration, I'm sorry I disappointed you guys. If you wanted a celebration and excitement, I'm not here for it right now. Great. Congratulations. Vlahovic. Was it Vlahovic? Wait, who was it? I think it was Vlahovic, right? It looks like I'm watching it on the replay right now. Yeah, I believe so. Okay. No. Oh, no, it was Danilo. No, it was Danilo. The way he celebrated, I thought it was Vlahovic, the way he was coming out of that. Okay. Danilo comes and gets the equalizer in the final minutes. Guess what? Great. Who gives a shit? I mean, that's great. You saved a point. You're still above Atalanta. This helps. Yeah, get one more. In 10 seconds. Get one more. You got 10 seconds. Let's see. Okay, these are the final 10 seconds, and I'll go back through your all's chats. I think they're about to just let it run out. Let's see how much time they get. Late game tied 1-1. Oh. All right. Atalanta seemed keen to just kick it around in the back. Yeah. If Vlahovic finishes that earlier to Dybala, we're looking at a win now. I mean, yay. Congratulations. I mean, that's great. It's great that Juventus are going to end up getting a point off of this. That's great after the last however many minutes it's been. Unless something crazy happens here right now. And I know you guys are ahead of me and it already wrapped, so I'm just gonna say it's final. We got Ake doing whatever that Ake's trying to do. Or I'm probably saying it wrong, but yeah. Can we blow it? Okay, they blew it. Danilo equalizes late. Juventus end up tying, playing for a draw. 1-1. I mean, thank you, Danilo. Thank you for saving, quote unquote, the season. Thank you for saving the season, I guess. I want to be somewhat positive, right? Given where we were 5 minutes ago and how negative and upset this was. But the problem is there's no excuse that Juventus should have had that from the beginning. That Juventus should have scored earlier. Juventus had many opportunities. How many, pop up on here? How many shots on target did they have? How many opportunities did they have that they bleeped up? That's 2 points you're missing out on. 1 point you gave to them, and look where we sit now. Look where we sit, and it's frustrating. Let me see real quick, guys, before I get back into your all's chats. I want to make sure that I'm not needed for anything else right now. Overall, fine ending to the match, but overall, a fairly embarrassing performance to a struggling Atalanta side. It's frustrating. Let me go back through your all's chats now, see where you guys were, see what you said. I still don't understand the replacements there in the midfield and the way they were doing that. Okay, let me get to where you guys are celebrating. Dabilo. Juventus don't deserve fourth place. I can't disagree with you right now. I guess let me go ahead and turn this off. We don't need the stopwatch anymore. At least you knew where I was there during it. Yes, 1-1 Danilo. The substitutions made no sense to me. I didn't understand that. That's funny. You bring in, you get four, however many strikers you got in there at one time, and it's Danilo that ends up getting the equalizing goal. Worked out. I love this guy. Danilo goal. A lot of people celebrating that. I wish I could have the excitement that you guys had in the chat. That's just what I mean, when it gets to this point of the game, I'm just kind of a person. That's how I operate. I get a little bit more frustrated, and it's hard for me to overcome that frustration to really celebrate in a moment like this. In a moment that Juventus effectively pissed away an amazing opportunity to solidify their standings in the Serie A, to climb back up the table. We could have been at 48 points. You'd be 6 points back of Inter, was 8 points back of Milan. You're competing. Milan, Inter drop another game or two. I don't know. It's just frustrating. And the fact that you're still winless against the top four. I don't know. Zenit thinks they're going to win the Champions League. I know this is also sarcastic. Thank you, Luis. I think Luis being realistic over here. Regardless, the game was an embarrassment. It absolutely was. I wish they could have added one more Lucy, but they didn't. At least we have better odds for fourth. Yeah, that helps our chance for fourth now. Now we remain ahead of Atalanta, but at the same time, Atalanta still have more opportunities, another extra opportunity to really jump Juventus. Overall, disappointing performance. Let me run through. You know what? I'm probably not going to be able to do player ratings tonight. Y'all want to do ratings real quick before we wrap up this watch along? We could do that, I guess, if y'all want to. Let me know. I'll throw. Let's see. First off, let's start with Tech. We want to do player ratings for Tech. What would you all give Tech? Leave them down there in the comments. I'll work my way through the chat, and then once I get down to that, we'll start giving my ratings off. Okay, to give Demiral away was a big mistake. I don't know. I think Demiral's fine. I think we've seen it today. Demiral had 7 times we probably should have gotten a yellow card. Yet I guess they go by the tactic. I've seen a lot of basketball teams use this. You get 5 fouls in basketball. But I've seen so many do this where if you get so handsy, you're constantly slapping somebody around, they're not going to call it every time. If that's just what you do and that's who you are, they're not going to call it. And I feel like maybe that's what they're doing with Demiral right now, where they're just like, that's how he plays, so let's give him a pass. Someone get Arthur. Out of this planet, man. Our front trio needs to learn to work better. They need to work better together. There are a lot of opportunities. Vlahovic messed up on that pass. They need to work on their passing. First of all, you need to take McKinney, and I understand Vlahovic. You don't get him to be a passer, right? You get him more to be the guy to score. But I guess at the same time, if you're going to shoot, you should be able to pass equally with the same kind of accuracy. So it's a bit frustrating to see him flub that opportunity. I know I use the term flub too often, but at the same time, just piss away that opportunity for Dybala to have an easy goal, and otherwise Juventus are sitting here winning at least 2-1. But yeah, they need to work better together, work on their chemistry. Hey. Well, 1 point is better than 0, right? It's better. It's what it does for the season doesn't do a lot for me, honestly. I mean, you keep up the track to try to get fourth place and stay in fourth place. I guess that's what we care about now. I guess that's who we are. And I'm not trying to be just Mr. Negativity, but that's just what it feels like right now. Yeah, we were lucky. Yeah, I do agree with that. I don't know, Lucy. I have no freaking clue. That's what I was screaming or literally from the beginning of the game. Why is Zakaria not playing? But then at least I thought maybe at halftime when Rabiot's playing poorly, McKinney can't make a pass, can't finish a pass. Why wouldn't Zakaria come in? He had to be injured. If not, I don't know. Del Juve Pietro says I'm appalled by the cowardice, but dear God, what a relief. It's a relief, but I mean, anytime we would pull a Ricky Bobby into you guys. If you're not first, you're last, and not winning doesn't do a lot for me personally. And so it's not over till the old lady sings. Yes, absolutely. Oh, that's you all talking between each other. Yeah, let's just waste all our money. Let's waste all our money on our own players, right? Let's just continue to sell players and then waste our money on them. I don't agree. I don't think Diamonal is a player that we seriously need back, to be honest. The guy from Paramount Plus has no idea what he's talking about. Juventus did not play better at all. Luis, which one was that? Who said that? Was it Bonetti or was it the other guy? Not Marco. Marco's usually, I feel like, pretty good and pretty spot on. And I like Marco. Marco has supported our channel, and I appreciate IFTV. They're some good guys over there. I don't know if it was Benetti. Benetti sometimes is a little biased because he's a Milan fan, but also there's the other guy who I don't know too much about him. Roberto Hicks says the performance was poor today. McKinney, Rabiot should not start. Thank you. Absolutely. There's no excuse for. McKinney. I was fine with McKinney starting. I think what I wanted to see was Locatelli, Zakaria, McKinney. Tell me those three in your midfield. Camera's not doing me any favors with my fingers. They don't look that chubby over here. I think the 10 pounds is working in the hands for sure. But at the same time, or I'm getting welder's hands or something like that. I don't know what it is. Need to check that camera. It's bothering me. But anyway. I was fine with McKinney because I want to see those three play together because I think they could do some decent things, but I just didn't understand. Rabiot really, to me, does not do a lot, and I think utilizing him was not a smart move. To be honest, I'm not happy with the performance at all. Got to respect Atalanta. The goal was it was a good goal. But at the same time, Juventus should have at least had 2 goals today. Terrible. Our only remaining top 6 opponent is Inter. Yeah, and that's. I mean, do you have any confidence Juve are going to win that game? I mean, they've killed my belief, my optimism, my whatever you want to have it when it comes to the potential of the Fino alla Fine for the Scudetto. So that's fine. It's dead. We got to worry about top 4. We got to worry about beating Atalanta, just at least beating Atalanta out. Juve have some good pieces to work through the future. And I think Juve are going to continue to get some extra good pieces. We talked about some targets. If you watch our daily videos, make sure you're tuning in. Please watch our daily videos. It really helps our channel. And then also, like I said, there's some good stuff in there. I'm saying that because I'm talking on those. But there's good stuff that, Alejandro, Julian, all of us do. I think I'm probably the least good of all of us. I just give them the credit. YFG said, honestly, Justin, this is Allegri's fault. Locatelli is our only creative midfielder. Allegri keeps playing him as a 6 when he should be played as an 8. Zakaria is a DM. He should play him as a DM. And I agree with you. I agree. Zakaria can open up space. The same thing we talked about Artur doing before. When you bring in Artur with Locatelli didn't have Zakaria. Locatelli did not have Artur. He did not have that guy to open up some more space for him to be able to play where he's comfortable. So I felt like he was pretty anonymous today. Sorry, I'm looking at the table right now. It's popping up over here. Juventus set at 46 points. They are 7 down from Napoli now, 8 down from Inter, 9 down from Milan. So I guess technically not dead. But I'm done talking about this team this year as a competitive team to end up trying to win a Scudetto. Maybe you all should have talked me off the ledge, off my soapbox when I felt like it was going to happen. But now I'm gonna be a little bit more realistic here. I think people are throwing in some ratings now, so let's get to we're on Tech right now, and Chesney of his rating. Enzo gave it 4.5. Gabriel gave him a 6. Roberto says, I blame Allegri. This is this was an important match. Yeah, he didn't. My main problem, and then I'll get into the rating, was that Allegri didn't treat this like this was an important match. He used the word important match. It wasn't just an important match. It was the only match that mattered for 2 months, right? I mean, and yes, they all matter. You know what I mean? This was the decisive match. You win this game. You close that gap. You put yourself multiple points ahead of Atalanta, your main competition, to try to push you back down into the Europa League. That's my biggest problem. And my biggest problem is this was your opportunity to show what this team can be and to actually try to strive for more. And you failed it. Wojciech Szczesny, I'm going to give him, I think a 6 is fair. I know 4.5 people were not happy about with him. I understand. I understand being harsh on him for the when he came out and what happened, what followed there. It didn't lead to a goal. Muriel overdid that one. You've been talking for a while when your voice starts to go out mid-talk. That's what's happening to me right now. So I'm going to try to get through this and wrap it up because I'm going to have to leave here in a little bit anyway to head out to whatever. But I got to get through all these players, so let's get through them. Very first one, though, I think for Tech, I'm going to give him a 6. To me, that feels like what he deserved. He didn't have a perfect game. To me, 6 is fair. It wasn't his fault. The goal that gave up, he almost got there. It just came right. It was right off his fingertips. He was almost there to save it. So I'm not going to go too harsh on him. I think there were some other players that played a little bit more poorly, and that was just more of a. You have to give it to Atalanta. That was a fantastic shot. Even though I don't like to be overly positive for other teams in situations like that. Let's continue on though. I guess next one up would be Danilo. I guess you got to give him what? I mean, you all let me know what you give Danilo. I feel like I'm probably going to go a little bit higher just because he saved the game, though. What does that mean, All right. Morton said Rabiot should not get any more playing time. I'm done with it. I completely agree. Rabiot, he's always that player who I view as being anonymous when he plays games, or he's the guy, if he's not anonymous, he's doing something to piss me off, or something to completely give up the game, or give up a goal, or something stupid. Not give up a goal, but you know what I mean. Give up possession. If you can go ahead and, guys, while you're here, please hit the like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. We'd really appreciate it here on the channel. Let's see. Negative infinity for Allegri. Rabiot was our worst player today. I don't know, actually. I agree with you. He's the one who frustrated me the most. But there was some of the decision making from our strikers that really disappointed me a lot. So I don't know if I would say that for sure. Bonucci not great the last 2 games. I think he was serviceable. He wasn't great. Like I said, I know he looked a little bit slow. Also, Bonucci, if he's not being accurate on some of these deep balls and these long balls, what's he doing? You're not bringing a lot to the table in those circumstances. Clement, no clue. I've just been yelling and screaming and whatever about Zakaria not playing, and it made no sense to me. I hope Allegri is addressing it in the post game because I want to know what happened. All right. Home Juve, Dybala, Delict, Danilo were good. Other than that, everybody was below average. Yeah, I agree with you. Anyway, I'm going to give, and it's difficult for me to give anybody. I guess I'm going to give Danilo a 6.5. And that's what I'm going to go. I want to give him a 7, but the reason I didn't go up to 7, 6.5 was for that goal. The yellow card, not completely his fault, but getting that yellow card. And he's going to end up missing another match. I think that there's just to be some kind of penalization there for that. So I think a 6.5, maybe a 7 if I'm being generous, is what I would do in that situation for Danilo. So that's what I'm going to go with him. Anybody else leave theirs in here? I don't see Any of this time, I think a lot of people more just want to, you know what? Let's just do this. Let me just run through this real quick, and I'll say them. If you all have any that you want to agree or disagree with, otherwise I'll just go through your normal comments, and then we'll get done here. All right. Danilo, I'm going to give him either a 6.5 or a 7. I think Leonardo Bonucci, I'd give him a 6. I think a 6 is just kind of middle of the road. Maybe a 5.5 if I had to go lower, but I think a 6 is fair. I think he was pretty serviceable for today in his performance. These are not going to be as in-depth as my normal player rankings. I'm sorry, guys. Matthias de Ligt, he's a 7.5. He's a 7. He's a 7 for me today. I think de Ligt was all over the place, either 7 or 7.5. De Ligt was to me, the best player of the match for Juventus playing there, especially defensively. De Sciglio, I think I'd give him 6.5. I think that's fair. Another solid performance from him. Weston McKennie, I'm gonna go down Weston McKennie. I'm gonna give him a 5.5. I wasn't impressed with his performance. His passing was lackluster. He didn't really do much to help the attack. 5.5 rating seems fair for me today. Manuel Locatelli just gets a 6. I feel like he kind of struggled there, trying to do what he does and trying to really play well in his position when you have, what's going on with the midfield and just playing alongside Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot, I think some people will probably go up to you and tell you he had a good defensive performance. I'm going to give him a 5.5 as well. I'm going to put him right there. Another lackluster right there with Weston McKennie. I think those are both 5.5 today's. Paulo Dybala. See, these are hard. The attack is hard right now because I feel like I'm either going to go across the board because they were all kind of pretty the same. I'm going to do that. Vlahovic, Paulo Dybala, and Morata. I think I'm going to give them all just 6s across the board. Nothing special. Nothing really great. Just meh, right? There you go. That's what I'm doing for the player ratings. Sorry, guys. Maybe we'll do better later. YFG says, honestly, Allegri's more outdated than my great-grandmother. You know what? And then there's Allegri. And I'm going to give him, and I know for what people care about these when it comes to ratings, right? Usually I do a lot more in-depth, better ratings. But I would say it's for Allegri, I'm going to give him a 3. I'm going to give him just a piss poor 3. I feel like he came into this game playing the opposite I wanted him to do. None of his substitutions made sense. Literally, just the formation, the midfield made absolutely no sense to me. Nowhere in my mind would I have ever put that midfield out there. You gave nobody who could really help Locatelli to really do anything well. I didn't like it, and I'm pissed. And I think you literally chose to do this. Like, you chose today of all days, the biggest match Juventus is going to have for what? The next 2 months? Almost 2 months? Yeah, you have Villarreal, and if you're going to be that intent on trying to win Champions League, fine. But when it comes to the Serie A, this was the most important match for 2 months. It's inexcusable. Who you said I knew someone would score a free kick today. I called it Dybala would score, but it was the opposite way. Yeah. Them's the breaks of being a Juve fan, right? YFG Jab said the draw makes it even more sure now. We have to win all our games for the rest of the season. We have to. We also have to hope for Atalanta to lose one more game. Yeah, you got to hope for Atalanta to lose one to equalize that a little bit. But then, yeah, that's also maybe the unfortunate part, too, is Juventus will be going up against some decent, not decent competition, the lesser competition. So when you drop any points against those guys, then you got a problem. Mohammed says the worst player is bleeping Allegri. When he said this game was not decisive and went to the game to grab just a point, I'm done with it. You know what? I'm not going to make any rash statements or decisions or feelings when it comes to my belief in Allegri today. I believed in Allegri. I think Allegri is a solid coach who potentially could get Juventus back at a competitive level that's important. When I say important, it's what we expect. But he's very stuck in his ways. I don't know if he can adapt. The game has changed in the last 5-6 years, right? And I just don't know if he can adapt to what the game is becoming. I think a lot of sports, in football, American football, basketball, all these sports are changing, and a lot of these dinosaur coaches are starting to struggle. And they're starting to see their days numbered. And I just wonder if Allegri can adapt and change to that. I think Antonio Conte was one of those guys who, this is gonna be a hot take right now. I think he can adapt, and I think he is. There's a reason he's such a good coach. There's a reason Inter are doing so well lately. The reason why he can leave and leave them in a better place, right? There's a part. One day we're gonna have a serious live where we talk about Antonio Conte, and maybe I need to change my whistle on him. I understand Antonio Conte, like if you meet him for dinner, when the meal's over with, he sheds his skin. He sheds his skin like a snake, and then he slithers away. But at the same, that's not just an Inter reference. That's just he's a snake. That's what he is. But at the same time, he leaves you in a better place than you expect to be. And I think without him, I don't know if those 9 seasons would have gone that way. Maybe it's revisionist history. We'll see. Anyway. Clement says this kind of game, Arthur, and this kind of lineup means that Allegri didn't want to attack. Reason why he put Rabiot in the midfield. Yeah. A lot of Allegri hate, or Allegri, I don't want to say hate, but Allegri frustration being aired out there. Okay. Clement, anybody who's talking about Zakaria, I am 100% with you. Zakaria should have been playing today. There's no excuse for it. It's frustrating. How pissed can I be, right? Disappointed, but have to give credit, or give Atlanta credit, Atalanta credit. I give them credit, but I think Juventus really shot themselves in the foot over and over and over. Honestly, Juventus should have been able to give up that goal to Atalanta because it was a really, really well taken shot. It was a great shot. But at the same time, Juventus should have at least had another goal or two where this isn't a problem, right? Yeah, I mean, they did play better. All right. Yeah, it wasn't Marco, but I don't know the other guy's name. Matteo Benetti is the other guy. Okay. I'm not trying to go on Paramount Plus rant today, but I'm not. It's great, Paramount Plus, that they've added so many different aspects to it and so much more coverage if you're into that. I mean, I feel like a lot of us, I appreciate all you guys that tune in here. I go into, now I just do us because we talk about it all day. So yeah, I'm going to listen to what our channel does. But I stick with Juve-focused things rather than like the full coverage because I feel like a lot of times I'll watch stuff and I'll be like, and I'm not the guy who should be doing this or criticizing people and saying you don't know what you're talking about, because there's a lot of stuff. I don't watch all the Premier League. I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga. I don't watch the French League. I don't watch all that stuff. I don't have time to do it. I got a kid. I got a family. I got this channel that we do all the time talking Juve. Juve is what I focus on. But I feel like a lot of people watch Juventus-centric. I don't need to hear all this other, nonsense roundtable stuff that really maybe doesn't interest me when you're talking about, Premier League or whatever have you. But I will say I miss, it used to be on ESPN Plus, and ESPN Plus was, you could turn the game on and it wasn't going to bleep out. I had like 3 issues today trying to watch the game because of Paramount Plus. Their streaming is not the best. That's what I'll say. All right, Vlahovic was the worst. Vlahovic wasn't the worst, Dario. And Dario, what's up, my man? I think you haven't been here for a while, but I appreciate you tuning in. I don't think he was the worst. Or maybe, I think it's Dario I'm thinking of. If it's not, ignore me. But Vlahovic, I don't think he was the worst, but he did not have a good performance today. I thought I was about to give him a lot more credit because I thought he had that goal, but of course it was Danilo who ended up scoring it. But he definitely struggled. But really, Vlahovic's bad game today. Think about all the other bad games we've dealt with from players. I think I can give this one a little bit of a pass. Rabiot's the worst French player ever. Why does Allegri keep starting him? Wonder if Allegri and Rabiot's mom. Okay, maybe. No, they're not. Allegri subs were awful. Well, remember Rabiot also came in right when Allegri was leaving, right? So this is kind of like one of his guys that he wanted. Him and Ramsey coming in. Am I right on that? Maybe I want to make sure I'm not misspeaking right now. But I think they were kind of coming in, so I think he feels a little bit like he wanted to use him. Maybe he still sees something in him that I don't see. I'm definitely not seeing it on the field. Allegri subs were awful, very late. It made no sense. You wait till 13 minutes in to give a freaking sub, and then you move it, and then you get like all 5 out of there. It was like 4 or 5 out there. Made no sense. We could have played Zakaria alongside. Look, yeah, I hate his knack for playing players where they're not flourishing. I mean, to me, I'm fine with you doing that if it's against games like Cagliari or Genoa or whatever, crap bum state, whatever you want to call it. That's a very Americanized thing. I apologize, guys that are not American. That's just what they say here. But it made no sense. It made no sense to not play your best players, the guys you paid to bring in. You paid that money to get Zakaria early, and you're not gonna play him. No sense. Like I said, guys, if you're still here, please hit the like button. Please. I don't know why I said it that way. Vlahovic looked weak and tired today, expended too much energy in the earlier matches, but he will come back stronger going forward. One thing I wonder, if Vlahovic exerts too much energy in that first bit, right? If maybe he just puts it all out there and he just wastes it all out, and then he's got to try to recoup it later on. Please let the Scudetto talk go. That's fine, Tanner. I'll let it go. It's done. It's done. You're not going to hear it from me. Well, actually, I say that. You'll watch a daily video in a couple of days, and then I'll be over and be like, it's still a possibility. It's just 9 points. That's just 3 games. They just all have to lose 3 games, and then they will be fine. That's what I'll do. And then you can feel free to comment on that video and tell me that I look like a jackass, and that's fine. Who is Ake? He's a younger player. I don't know why he was playing. I don't think he learned to play in a long time. I don't know why he was playing me personally. Jose says, couldn't win against either of the top 4. In theory, we belong in 5th spot. In theory. But that doesn't mean it has to happen, right? Let's see what else we got. Dax says the team will end up with a heart, will give you a heart attack. Yeah. There's a lot of cardiac stuff going on here with this Juventus squad. Allegri keeps I couldn't even read that right. Allegri keeps giving underperforming players chances, and it hurts. Yeah, again, my biggest frustration is of all matches, why this one? Why this one? Why do it this time? Why did you play? Why were you comfortable playing Zakaria and Vlahovic in the first game? Hell's Verona, who we haven't beat since 2018 or 2019, yet not for this match when you know that they performed well together. This is a coach I despise his play style. My thoughts are Allegri. A lot of people are not happy with Allegri, and I understand it. It is a frustrating. It's a lot of park the bus, a lot of just nothing offensively. Arriva Bene was so angry in the stands. I don't blame him. You show up and do your job. If you're Arriva Bene, you come into Juventus and you do your job to land a damn good, probably the best winter class and win ever for Juventus. And this is what you get 3 games in. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. Yeah, I agree, Khalid. Yeah. Sell Rabiot and get SMS so we can talk. I don't know if those two are equal. I mean, they're not equal, obviously, but yeah, SMS, I'd be more than happy. Rabiot, next train whenever he wants to go. Malinowski must wish he could play Juventus every week. Yeah. Yeah, and I think a little bit of criticism of Locatelli was fair and earned today. He didn't have a good game. He was anonymous for a lot of the game as well. He was probably the player that I really saw do the least, honestly. Besides Rabiot stopping play. Vlahovic and Dybala need to learn sharing. They both want to superstars and want to score the goal. They can pass sometimes. Yeah, that's going to be very difficult for them, is working on that chemistry together and working on not being ball hogs when you had that moment and not trying to, waste a shot just because you want to be the guy. I hope it works out because I think Dybalovic has a good future for Juventus. Yeah, De Ligt was the only player that I'd say was fantastic today. He was really good. Otherwise, you could potentially look at a couple goals. Yeah, that's fair. Poya said Juve had twice as many shots on target. If anyone got lucky, it was Atalanta, but a draw is probably fair. Yeah. Lucy giving Allegri a 3. Yeah, I mean, I did too. I think that was. I mean, there was nothing today that I saw that really I could really be positive on what Allegri did. Josanne Johnson said we could buy Zaniolo or small. Wait, what? Allegri will start Rabiot over them. Oh, yeah. You could buy whoever. Somehow Rabiot will still be getting starting minutes. I have no clue why. Dybala never passes the ball when he has to. Vlahovic played well and gave the ball when he needed to. Yeah, I think Vlahovic is a little bit more likely. I think Dybala is also. I mean, there's also some outside factors when it comes to Dybala. That renewal, trying to prove, like, hey, give me my money. You remember those shots that he had. He wanted his money. So I don't blame him a little bit sometimes. But at the same time, they've got to learn to play alongside together well, because that is the future for Juventus, hopefully. All right, let's go through these last few, and then I'm out of here. Allegri brought on King. I like Moise Kean. I didn't get it. It didn't make any sense to me. I don't know if Vlahovic is good. I think he was average. He was whatever, but he wasn't good, if you ask me. Luis Zidane sounds like a decent choice. Realistically, I don't think Pirlo will be brought back. Guys, I think, and I'll leave it at this, unless anybody has any other thoughts they really want to get off their chest or want me to address. I think you guys are going to have to forget the idea of moving on from Allegri. I know we've come used to it the last couple seasons, 2 to 3 seasons, when Allegri was sacked, and then you bring in Sadi because you didn't know what you're doing, and then you sack him, and then you bring in Pirlo because who else is there, and then you're back here with Allegri again. I think we're going to have to move on from the idea that Juventus can and will do that again. I don't think Juventus is going to make a move at coach. I don't think, especially with the amount of money. It's not as much as I thought they were going to pay him, but I don't think you're going to end up getting a sacking of Allegri. I don't personally believe so. I think he's getting the pieces to build. I think he chose to come back to Juventus instead of Real Madrid. I think they put trust in him, and I think we're going to get at least one more season of Allegri. I could be wrong, because some of these moves have shocked me before. I was kind of surprised at Pirlo. Well, maybe not really surprised, but I was surprised some of the moves that were made. I thought maybe Sadi would get another year. I was surprised by that, but I think we're going to have to give up that idea. By Malinowski, the player always got the Juve net. Yeah. Atalanata played well on the left. I think this could be part of the field he could thrive in. Yeah, I mean, I think so too. If we looked at him a couple matches ago, and he looked really good that first game with Zakaria. So hopefully we can continue on. Why didn't Zakaria play? Nobody knows. No excuse given. I'm waiting to hear. Honestly, Alejandro is tweeting it out. Go check out on the bianconerizone Twitter feed and let me know if you see it. I don't see anything about Zakaria. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about Zakaria right now, so I have no idea. But make sure you check out our Twitter feed. I'll update you in the last few minutes of this live if it comes out, but for right now we don't have anything. The ref was visibly partial toward Atalanata. I mean, it feels like it happens a lot, right? But I mean, I don't know. I think to me, you can't rely on the ref. You got to be better. If you're Juventus, you don't need to lean on a ref to help you win a game, right? Yeah, it's a lot of emotion. Yeah. And to me at this point, I just don't think. Who are you gonna get? If you're gonna fire, like, who are you gonna go after? You bring Pirlo back and have Pirlo do this again, and then Pirlo be on the edge of his seat if he's gonna be fired again, right? I don't know. Poya says, keep up the good work, Justin. Much appreciated. Thank you, Poya. I appreciate it. Kind words, as always, to end the chat. So I'm going to leave it at that because I appreciate it. And I always appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in, as always. Like I said, guys, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. It really helps. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours, so I really appreciate it if y'all could just give us a little bit of love, give us a like. And like I said, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, becoming a member, all that good stuff. We appreciate each and every one. And it wouldn't be able to do it without you guys, and wouldn't be able to hang out here and do these games and be frustrated and talk about how pissed we are about how the game went and all that. Hope you all have a good evening. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I've got another game that I'm hoping works out pretty well. Probably won't. Probably will be disappointed all around for a full day, but we'll see. So I appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, make sure you do all that stuff. Also, I'm going to remind you guys one last time before this is over. Lucy gives Delictinate. There you go. There you go. I think 7.58. Sure, if you want. It's hard for me to give 8s. Davide, thank you. Go retweet, like the tweet. I think it's pinned there on our social media, on bianconerizone on Twitter, and make sure you're entered in for the chance to win a giveaway for the Vlahovic official jersey. I'm sponsoring this one. It's coming out of my my own goodwill, I guess. that sounds like an AH. That's saying that. What I mean is, I'm trying to find a way. I wanted to personally do it to give back to you guys, because you guys have been really good and really great at supporting the channel. So thank you guys, and I hope one of you maybe here that was in the live today ends up winning that shirt, because I'd be more than happy to give it to you guys. So you guys, that'll be it. Also, if you feel so inclined, follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter as well. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.